Father of the Year. He's all involved.
I think he's in competition with Gary. You know, I don't know that anybody could beat Gary as Father of the Year.
I don't know. I think John Hines up there.
Really?
He's like a saint.
Yeah, we have a couple of guys who are pretty good fathers. I have a feel. I don't really know. I've never seen Fred in action, but
I have.
You have?
Yeah.
Is he like a?
And he reads to his daughter every night, and oh my God, she thinks the world of him.
Yeah, I mean that's very feminine, Fred.
Do you think?
Yeah.
No, I'm just trying
no
to.
guy
I'm
reads
just trying to make
at
up
night.
for the fact that nobody was around for me when I was a kid.
You're trying to be the father.
So that's my obsession.
You're trying.
You're
to be
obsessed with surfing. I'm obsessed with being a good dad.
I got to ask you, Howard.
Yeah.
So DePace just says to me on the intercom, he goes, "What about me?" And I said, "Well, you can't golf 2 days a week and be Father of the Year. Do you agree?"
He's a bad father, I'm sure.
He said he's taking his kid to a baseball game, but that's really what Scott
Wait a
wants.
minute. Wait a minute. Didn't he call from a strip club and give the phone to Artie?
Yes, he
Uncle
did.
Talk to his
Yes, he
kid.
did.
Yeah, he got a lap dance.
Yeah, we were at.
That's not Father of the Year.
Scott golfs at least 3 times a week. There's no way he can be a great dad.
Right.
Like Gary takes all of his free time. Like as soon as Gary leaves here, he's with his kids.
There have been days when Gary
And Scott has a
had,
nanny and he's never home.
Yeah.
See, I'm in my big break right now.
Right.
I coach baseball. It started in April, ended in very late June.
Right.
And I have a little break. Football starts in about 3 weeks.
Right, I was going to say Gary can have a monster schedule and he'll still be there coaching.
I'll call Gary about the show and I'll ask him about a guest and stuff. He'll go, "Oh, hold on, I'm here with the kids.
I'm on the field.
I'm on the field. Give me 2 seconds. Now, DePace, you're out.
I
of the
do
running.
that
He'll be
stuff
whispering
too.
because
No, you
he's on
don't.
the
Yeah, I
golf.
do.
You golf 3 times a week, and you have pretty long hours here.
Yeah,
you
but-
golf 3 times a week. You have a nanny. You're never home.
They're well taken care of.
You're so not in Fred or Gary's or John
Just not
Hines.
by you.
On the weekends, I'm all about them. I hang with them all the time.
Yeah, but you're not in their category. Trust me.
Yeah, because they don't reserve it for the weekend.
Scott can't stand that I'm better at than anything.
No, it's just because your wife doesn't rule the. How do I say
My
that?
wife doesn't rule what? Just say it. It's okay.
No, I want to take that back.
But say
It's
whatever you
just
want.
because.
What were you going to say?
Nothing.
Just say it. It's okay. I won't be offended.
Because your wife makes you do all this crap.
Nah, he's way more.
She doesn't
into
make
it
me
than you
coach.
Yeah, well, I'll coach.
When?
Gary, let me ask you
Whoa,
this.
hold on. You're gonna you say you're gonna coach, but when it's 4 days a week and it starts cutting into your golf game, I guarantee you.
I
you'll
was
quit.
going to do it this year, but our town is so weird. They wanted a background check and all this crap.
What
I
are
was
you
like, you know
hiding?
what? I'm not doing all that.
You
don't have to-
You got to take a class. You got to go to Rutgers and take a class how to coach. I'm like, I'm not doing all that. I just want to go out there with the
but
kids.
that's the point.
That
Gary
is
would
the
do it.
point.
You're not
I've
in his
taken the
league.
class and I've
Hold it. I'll
submitted to the background
Match
check. By the
this
way.
story. You ready?
Yeah.
Gary slept on the Intrepid, a battleship with his son
No.
Jackson.
It wasn't the Intrepid. The Intrepid would have been amazing.
Right.
The ship that I slept on was docked in Fall River, Massachusetts, home of Hank the Drunk. Some of the fathers left the boat to go to a bar, and they came back and they said, it's way better on the boat than out there.
But shouldn't you tell your kid no? Shouldn't you just say no? You can't.
But why would I
teach him independence a little bit?
At 3?
Oh, my God.
Say, oh, he's 3?
No, but at the time they were like 5 years old. I wanted to give them good things.
You slept on a ship when they were 5 years old?
Yeah.
That's
You couldn't-
irresponsible.
You can't even
Why?
match.
Wait, why is that irresponsible?
A 5-year-old
about-
shouldn't be on a ship.
Why?
Sleeping
Oh, you're
over?
silly.
Why?
Stay in your
Why not?
house.
Oh, wait, why
I don't
should
know.
they?
That just seems odd.
How? Like, what do you think was irresponsible about it? Like, what could have gone wrong?
A lot on a boat, on a ship. What do you mean?
what?
What could go
It's
wrong? He could
docked.
fall over. He could.
Dude, the boat is.
I'm sure the boat is
Scott,
very
you're
safe.
not-
It's built for
no
kids
offense,
to visit.
You sound ridiculous.
And that's why you have a parent there, so your kid is watched.
You're no way in his league.
It's a
I
museum.
wouldn't do it either because I'm just selfish that way, and I don't care about being on a boat, and it's about me. He sacrifices himself for his kid. He's
Yes.
way better than
The
you.
other thing,
he's
though-
way better than me, dude.
Hold on.
The guy's
The other-
a better father than you.
No,
Get
he's
over
not.
it.
There's
He's
no
10
way.
times
I'll
better
never.
than
No.
Nobody's a better father
Just
than
because
him.
you spend more time doesn't make you a better father.
No, but he also is super involved, super interested.
kids
He
are
knows how to
older.
talk to his kids. Even when they were young, he bathed
No, he was
them.
always there for them.
You sit and bathe your kids?
He took baths
no
with
way.
them.
Yeah, I mean,
You don't?
No, not because it's gay.
You've never
it's,
bathed your kids when your
What
wife...
is it?
a couple of times.
But what is it then? If it's not gay, what is it? What's
It's
weird
a
about
waste of time.
for you?
right.
Exactly.
So you're not just leave because you're only going to look foolish.
right.
If you go up against a fathering contest with this guy, you're going to lose.
But
There's no guy I
that
know
makes
that
him a
puts in
better
there.
father because he bathes his kid.
Yeah,
Because he's involved.
he's involved
And
with the
I'm
kids.
involved.
Got clean kids.
No, you're
He
not.
have to-
actually
no.
might know his kids and what they're thinking, and they might actually talk to him.
I tell you what, you bring in-
I talk to my kids.
you bring in
talking
your-
about Rush Limbaugh.
You
They
bring
don't want to talk
I do.
about
I
that.
talk. I'm very fair though politically. I talk to them about that.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you feel like Fox.
I would
my wife,
or rails.
my wife ain't friends with you anymore.
I know.
Oh, does she
What?
not? She doesn't
Oh, she
get
couldn't
you at
even
If
all.
the
look.
wedding
Yeah.
invites went out today, would I still be on the list?
Yeah, because
Probably.
I dig you.
Oh.
I mean, I don't like that you hit your
You'd
dog,
have been
but
on his side.
but I still like you.
I tried to talk to the trainer yesterday. We played phone tag, but his message was something like, "Yeah, I'll help you out."
yeah, but
And
the trainer told me he's already spoken to you a couple of times and you've turned him down.
no,
That's
that's
what he
not
told
true.
Beth.
I kept hearing there was this trainer. He was a mystery trainer. I never spoke to him
And
once.
that's not what he says.
No, the news kept saying we've got a trainer. I'm like, where's his number? It never came up.
All right.
I wasn't going to search him for it.
Scott said in a wrap-up show yesterday that he doesn't think the trainer's going to work because it's going to be long and tedious, and we're going to get homework, and we're not going to do it.
Yeah,
in
I
one
mean, you
bar.
are
He's
gonna
not
get
a good
homework.
dog owner either.
He's horrible at. He's a horrible dog owner. He's a
my
horrible
God.
parent.
You're crazy.
I'll tell you what I'll do, man. Let's play newlywed game with kids.
I agree.
All right, you have your sons come in, and I'll
Mine
ask you
younger.
questions. I don't. What's the difference? I'll ask you
They
questions
know
about
you,
your
don't
kids,
they?
and we'll see if you know the answers. And I guarantee you, Gary will know his kids.
I can tell you
better
right
than
now. I can tell you one that I could beat you on right now. Lucas just graduated the 5th grade. I guarantee you, I can tell you every teacher he had for every grade by name.
And you know you can't do that.
Do it.
Mrs. Scriteroli or something
Or
like
something.
that.
That's your answer?
Go ahead. What are
You're
Lucas's
sticking with
teachers?
He had first he had Miss Benzenberger for 1st grade. Then he had Miss Harris for 2nd grade. Mrs. Harris for 2nd grade.
Look at this.
He had for.
Why do you want to know that?
He
Oh,
was
my
there.
God.
He
You should
was
know.
in
He
love
knows
with
the
these
teacher.
people.
My teachers
Scott, I'm like you.
recognize me.
I can't name one of my kids' teachers. We're not great at this. He's
No,
a great
that's not
father.
true.
He's a great father.
My kid's in 1st grade. I don't need to know his teacher
Dude,
there.
yeah, you do. You should have met with the teacher already a
I
couple of
met
times.
with one of them. It was boring.
Mrs.
Look,
Kistler
you
was
see-
his kindergarten teacher.
It's not boring. It's like important. Like, if you're a good
boring.
dad, you got to meet with the kids.
It's
and
very important for
Right.
a teacher to know that a parent is involved. They get better.
I'll t-
The students
Believe me,
get
I'm
better
involved. I help with
Do
his
you go to-
homework
do you
all
go
the
to
time.
Daddy Sunday?
I help with his homework all
do you
the
go to
time.
Daddy Sunday?
The hell is that?
See, that's what I'm saying. You're not a father.
What's Daddy Sunday?
Even I did Daddy
Okay,
Sunday.
wait. Scott gets home earlier than me, right?
Yeah.
How many times in the year do you pick your kids up from school? And that's how the teachers know you. That's how I know the teachers.
There's
You
a
go-
bus to take him home.
I know, but sometimes it's very exciting when your kid sees dad standing
They
at the
love
door. It's so exciting. How many times have you gone to lunch at your kid's school?
Go ahead. Answer.
I'm not going to
See?
do that.
They love it when you show up for lunch. It's exciting.
And
They're
he
so
could do
proud.
that.
The kid's so proud. You sit at the
I
table
can
with the
answer
kids.
that
How
question.
many-
It's a half an
Gary,
hour.
you show up to lunch
Yeah.
at the kid's school?
All the parents do.
They do?
Yeah, they encourage the
Oh,
parents
my
to
God.
come.
I would have clobbered my old man if he showed up.
Loves it. I treat the kids to cookies. He's so psyched that his
Really?
dad's there. And then they go out on the playground and I say goodbye.
How old were they when you were doing that?
Well, at the school Lucas just graduated at, I was doing it up to this last year.
What
Like
year
sometimes-
is he in?
Well, he just finished 5th grade.
Oh, wow.
But like on a Friday, if I had, if I'm home and I have some time, sometimes Lucas say, "Hey, Dad, could you come for lunch today?" I'm like, "All right, I'll come by." Sit at the table with him and his friends.
Wow.
They love it.
Wow.
Yeah, he's involved. They actually
coddling
like
them.
him.
He's
not
coddling them.
coddling anything.
Scott, that's a good father.
Yeah, whatever.
Dude, I'm telling
His kids
you.
won't grow up gay. I guarantee it.
I would tell you that for Scott.
What's that, Scott? What were you about to say?
I would.
You guarantee what?
Guarantee that they are going
I
to be
would.
gay.
If parenting had anything to do with being gay,
Dude.
I don't think it does. But that would be.
I think it's
More
more
you
than
think I'm
that.
making my kids gay by going to show them to
That's
lunch?
not what I just said. That's not what I
But
just
just-
said.
Gary's
thinking
such a
it-
great dad. His kids call him mom. They don't even.
Exactly.
They got two moms.
He breastfed them.
Listen, I take my kids to the golf course. We go out to dinner a lot.
do
So you
what
do
you
things that you
do.
like to do, not what they want to do.
Well, maybe they're going to like
When was
it
the last
too.
time you did something
I
they
watched
wanted
the
to do?
Phillies with my son.
No, but
That's
Frank,
stuff you like.
Frank is a great example. Tell me something you've done in the last year that you absolutely hated, but you did because they wanted to do it.
The pool. I hate going to the pool. I'll do that every once in a while.
That's lame.
Wow. Listen, you're father of the year. Don't even go into a
Yeah, don't
contest.
run in here for the father.
I said to- I
Don't
said
go
to-
into a contest with Gary. He's like the perfect father. I'm telling
Yeah.
you. I've seen the guy in action.
He's into it.
In Scott's defense, though,
He runs around a barbecue.
I'm not sure that's the definition of a perfect
Mary
father.
sits
but
there like a guy, and Gary runs around and like chases the kids.
Exactly.
And, yeah.
You just said it. Mary sits back like a guy. Well,
Yeah.
That is so not true. That is so
I've seen it in
not
action.
true.
So I'm being a guy and he's being a girl.
They just
That's what
reversed
you
the
were
roles.
saying.
Yeah, and he's a great father.
She does a ton of
most
work.
guys
So
are
a great
not great
father.
at parenting.
So a great father is a guy who acts like a girl. All right, I guess I'm getting it.
A great father is a mother.
Yeah. Look at Fred. Fred holds a reading class every night.
well, actually,
Absolutely.
it's a mother
I
with
read to the
maybe
kids.
sports skills.
What do you read to the kids? What you want, probably.
What was the last thing you
No,
read?
they've got their little books or whatever. Those
Name one.
He read Penthouse 40th anniversry.
I can tell you every kid's favorite book. Name
That's
2 books you read.
Kyle likes those. God,
Name 2 books.
spaghetti. Something about spaghetti falling on your head or something like that.
You
doesn't even
don't
know.
read to your kid.
Yeah,
You don't.
Name
Once
Yeah.
or twice
No, you
you've
don't.
done
There's that one. When he was young, that Grover. There's a rope.
But
at
he's
the end
not
of
young
his
anymore,
book.
so what do you read to him lately?
Yeah.
He reads himself. He reads himself now. I'll stick with him.
Gary sits there and reads.
Gary,
him.
like my son Derek loves all the superhero stuff,
Right.
so I'll read some superheroes.
All right. Okay, so your father with you.
Yeah,
I
so
play
in
video
between-
games with them.
All right,
How
then.
often
Do
you
you
play
ever do
video
anything outside with him? Physical?
games? Yeah. We'll have
like?
catches and stuff. Yeah, baseball. I'm teaching them. I teach them golf. I teach them baseball.
All right, well,
and
that's
football a little bit.
Just the other day I watched while they built a deck.
That's a
Wait,
dad's duty, right?
He says he's teaching them football. What he's basically doing is watching his favorite team play football, and once in a
No.
while dispensing a fact.
No. We'll go out and throw the
No,
ball
you're
around.
not. Believe me, this guy is a father of the year, and you're not. All right, I'm done with the
All right,
discussion.
all
It's
right.
enough.
But in Scott's defense, when we were at that strip club, he could have hung up on his kid.
That's true.
He gave the phone to me.
Oh, look. Okay, here's Father of the Year. I'm going to put this picture up, I think. Here's Scott DePace. He's got a big cigar in his mouth. He's holding his son, and look at the smoke going into his son's face.
I second that. His kid will not grow up gay because he won't make it past the age of 14 from secondhand smoke carcinogens.
Look at the secondhand smoke going into that kid's face.
My dad smoked around me all the time.
That doesn't make it right.
Yeah, you can't go out. Look at that
Wow.
It's like growing up in Sea Caucus.
picture. Big cigar blowing it in the kid's face.
That's horrible, Scott.
That kid looks miserable.
Hey, Kyle, go juggle a chainsaw.
All right, look, I got to
Kid
take
does look miserable.
The kid looks absolutely miserable.
Well, it's like living with Rush Limbaugh Jr.
Let's go to Joe in Allentown, PA.
Hey, now.
Hey,
Hey, listen, I wanted to ask Scott a question, if I can. Is that all right?
sure. He left, but go ahead and ask it anyway.
Oh, God, I wanted to ask Scott if he could go kill himself. This guy needs Fuck Nut of the Year award. He is the biggest fucking asshole, and I got to tell you, Howard, this brings your show to a fucking screeching halt when that goddamn asshole is in your studio. I love you, but that dude, that's just a screeching halt, man.
All right, very good, Joe. Thank you. Kevin, go ahead. You're on the air.
Yeah, Howard, I heard Scott complaining that if you want to be a coach in New Jersey that you've got to go to this class and everything. Actually, my dad does those classes, and what it really is, it's about a 3-hour, maybe a little less, it's a slide presentation, and it's a discussion group, and it costs $35, and it's no big deal. I don't know what he's complaining about. If you're a dad that into it, you can't.
Right.
You can't cough up 3 hours and $35. Scott, I'll send you the money, Scott, if you need it.
Hey, you're right.
That's the point.
that's
He
the
doesn't
point.
have
And-
3 hours for his
No,
kids.
'cause he could be
only,
golfing.
and not only that, it's like if you're a parent, and let's say you don't want to be a coach, would
Right.
you want to send your kid to a place where you know the coach is like certified? He's had a
Scott
background
doesn't
check.
care.
He's not a child
course.
molester, and he's not going to fly off at the handle when the kid doesn't catch a fly ball.
Scott
Absolutely.
doesn't care where his kids are
Right.
going or who's supervising.
I don't think Scott has the $35 either.
Yeah, go ahead,
Well,
Scott.
the seminars don't even have that much to do with coaching. It's got more to do with, just being considered.
Coddling the kids. In our town, they don't want you to keep score, no stats. It's a bunch of crap.
So
Well,
you...
that's the town. That's something that you take up. That you take up. at
I
one
know.
of the
Listen,
leagues.
I'm gonna
But
do it
that'll
next-
take that'll take time, Scott. You'll have to invest some
It's
time.
3 hours. It's not
I
like a
know.
whole
I'll
thing.
do it. It came up. Do you want to be the coach or whatever and do all this stuff? And I was like, I don't know. No.
Right.
But I was at
See,
every
Gary
game.
does.
I was at every game, and I was a coach. I was there on
Listen,
the
let
field
me
with
tell
the
you
kids.
something. Don't feel so bad. You have a lot of outside interests. Gary doesn't have any. He's like...
He wanted kids because he
yeah.
wanted to be interested in them.
Gary's a guy who goes to
God.
Vegas and sits in his
So-
room. Gary's a guy who goes to Vegas, sits in his room, and looks for things. Like, he can't even entertain himself. So he
You'd
needs
have things
people.
to do.
That's why he's a great father.
We were all sitting out there trying to figure out why, because I was thinking about what Scott
Right.
said. Why does your town have a creepy rule of asking for a background check on a coach?
Why is that?
No, I didn't say it was a creepy
You said they have a
rule.
bunch of creepy rules. Like they want background checks.
No, I just said it was like this whole thing. When I was a kid, there were plenty. I mean,
Okay,
you never
but you're
had
not
to
a
do
kid
that
anymore.
stuff.
Now there's fucking pedophiles.
Now all of a sudden,
this is what Howard. This is a background check. You fill out a short form,
They see if you've
and you
ever
give them
been
a copy.
arrested.
You give them a copy of your license, and they do. And you know what? And I'm glad they do that.
Why don't you want that?
I overstated. It just seemed like a pain in the ass.
Make sure
For
that
me,
other
I'm
people-
glad that the other coaches have it, but
But
for
why is
me,
it a pain in the ass to give someone your license so they can make sure you're not a pedophile?
I'm saying taking the class and the background check and all this crap. I was like, Jesus, I just want to help some
3
kids
hours.
out. What am I under inspection?
Yeah,
You are.
I know.
I don't
Read
want to
the
be.
papers?
But what are you offended by? Like when I took the class, I was actually grateful that I learned CPR again, just for my own family and for anybody. It's just good to know.
You win. You're a better father than him. He's not a good father.
Face it,
and
you're
he's got
Goofus,
a
he's
lot.
Gallon.
And he's got a lot of interest. Like I see you. You love to be with people, and you love
do.
like you do.
I
mean,
hate people.
He went to Vegas. He didn't know what to do with himself. He was begging Nick DiPaolo to come to his room and watch TV with him.
That's a horrible way to be. You better
Yeah.
pick up some hobbies quick.
Yeah, he needs
The
people.
bigger question is, what is Scott hiding, people?
Nothing.
Background he doesn't want us to know.
Maybe I'm a pedophile.
By the way, you know what golf stands for?
what?
Howard, you know what golf stands for, right?
What?
Go out and leave your family.
Right, of course. All right, Mike, go ahead. You're on the air.
Hey, someone needs to call fucking CPS on this guy. This guy, dude, do you even go out with your kid fucking once a week, dude?
Do I have to answer this?
I don't
Jerk
know.
off?
I don't know.
Yeah, I go out with my kids. What are you talking about? I took them out to dinner last night.
Oh, wow.
My wife worked late. I went out.
Everybody takes their kid to fucking dinner. That's fucking normal shit. To you, that's fucking not.
I went to the pool last weekend with them. I hated every second of it.
All right, listen. You're not going to beat Fred. You're not going to beat Gary. You're not going to beat John Hine. John Hine is like Father of the Year,
Yeah,
too.
John Hine's good.
Yeah, I don't know why John is Father of the Year. I don't know his parenting
Oh, my God.
history.
He's really good.
You
He's
beat
way
me. I've
too-
never met my kid.
Mike, it's unbelievable. Thank you. All right, Scott DePace, our director, TV show director. Excellent. Good job.
What the fuck?
He just
Background check.
He just took a beating from the audience. It's great.
So do you think what Gary does as father is strange?
No, I just think that, like Howard said, I have more things going on. And, Gary, it seems like he's willing to do anything and everything where the normal guy would probably say, no way. Right, Artie? Would you?
Oh, it sounds like a good father as a mother. But at some point you got to teach. If you have sons, I think Scott's a good father for his son, because you got to teach a boy not to give a fuck about anything early, because that's what life is. Yeah, and independence. I mean, when is this going to end? This life, it's terrible.
Well, I'm not sure that's what I'm teaching them, but
tell your kids. Be honest with them. It's just waiting to die.
no. But independence is very important, and you could say that's partly what I'm teaching them.
Right? Now, you kind of made it sound like Gary has too much free time. That's why he's
No, I
able
just
to do all
feel
these
like
things.
Gary's life is work, and then let me take the kid to the pool, and that's it. And that's not what I want in life. I want to have my fun. I want my kids to have a great time. So yes, I definitely spend time with them, and that's my level. But for them to say what a good dad is, again, these fucks in there. Yes, I said it. They want to, describe what is right for them and put it on to everyone else. Well, I've got my opinion, and I'm right, and they're wrong, and that's it.
Gary, do you think Scott DePace is a bad father?
No, I don't think he's a bad father, but I think he thinks he's the best father, which everybody does, and he's not. He's a very good father, but he doesn't go the extra mile. There's nothing wrong with it. He's like most fathers.
Now, it kind of sounded like he might be like a little selfish, like he doesn't want to do things because with his sons, because he wants to do stuff for himself.
Listen, every parent goes through that. I was just talking to Fred about it. When I asked that question, what have you done with your kid lately that you absolutely hated? Because you do stuff with your kids, but he's of the feeling like, I'm not going to do that because that sucks. But sometimes you do crap with your kids that you don't like because you do stuff for them. Scott's being like a dick too, because he just sent me a link to Stern Fan Network where they all talked about how I'm smothering my kid and I'm like gay, like the teacher in in Beavis and Butthead, and that I'm being oversensitive. That I'm Mr. Sensitive because I pay attention to my kids.
Now, do you think he should be more like you?
No, I think he should be.
You think he's fine how he is?
The thing about Scott that I find fascinating is that no matter what subject, whether it's politics or anything, Scott feels like there should never be any progress at all. So his whole rap was like, listen, when I was a kid, they didn't do background checks. What the fuck they need background checks for? And I was like, when I was a kid, they didn't have seatbelts. But things progress and things evolve and things change. He's very much like, this is what I had and this is what I give my kids. There's no growth.
So I guess his father didn't do a lot of things with him, and he's
I don't know, but it's just
he's
just saying, this is what I know, and that's what I'm going to do, and don't fill my head with extra stuff because it makes it hurt.
I do think Scott's a good father. I think Scott is just in the old school fatherhood mentality, which is what I was talking about with Fred and John Hine. So Scott just does things differently than the other guys do, and it's sort of like, the old school, like, all right, kids, I'm home from work, I had a tough day, your mom will feed you, your mom will change your diapers, your mom will bathe you, I'm going to sit back, smoke a cigar, and play golf. He's just a little bit hands-off, it seems. Again, I don't live in Scott's house. It just seems that way, but it doesn't mean he's a bad father. Scott's a great father. I see him in action. He loves his kids, loves his dog, has a real nice house. He takes care of business. He's great, but, I don't think he was stating his case properly, and I probably wouldn't have been so open about some of the things he was open about, so... But yes, the bottom line is Scott's a good father.
I wouldn't say Scott's a bad dad. I mean, he just does it differently. I mean, he's very old school. I go to work and, the kids do what they want. But I think he's a good dad. I think he cares about his kids a lot. I think he cares about, though, what he wants to do a lot. And sometimes you got to put your kids before yourself. And sometimes you got to put yourself before your kids. For example, I'll do things that my kids want to do that I don't necessarily want to do. And I don't know if Scott does that. But again, that doesn't make him a bad father. And in terms of being the best dad, Gary's tough to beat, man. He does everything for his kids, and I really respect that. Fred Norris is a great dad with his daughter. Doug's a good dad with his daughter. So if we had a contest, again, I'm not saying Scott's bad, but he'd probably come in last.
I really did. I had a fucking incredible dad, and he was great. We were involved. We had a lot of fun. But your dad can also have his own interests. That makes him a person.
It teaches you independence.
So you don't think Scott's a bad father, right?
No, I think he's probably horrible. But I think my dad was. No. I actually think Scott. Listen, I haven't seen Scott around his kids, but based on the person I know he is, I would bet he's a pretty good father, and I bet he has a nice, loving, healthy relationship with his sons.
Cats in the Cradle, my friend. Cats in the Cradle? If you listen to the lyrics, the kids want to play with Dad. They want to do something with Dad. Dad's always busy. Dad's got to do things. Dad's selfish. Dad's being a prick. And then in the end, Dad gets old and he's withered and he realizes, what was life all about? It was about my boys. And he calls up his boys. And what does his boy say? Can't be bothered, Dad. Got things to do. And that's what's going to happen. He's going to end up a withered, old, bald man. He's going to look like Ebenezer Scrooge, sitting in a chair with his golf club that nobody cares about and his golf caddy, collecting dust full of cobwebs, and he's going to pick up his phone with his withered hand and that shitty cigar in his mouth and go, you want to come over, son? And you're just going to hear...
I'm 𝗧𝗵𝗲, and I'm here to pour myself out, get the message out about the new Gong Show on Comedy Central, and of course to reminisce about our Afghanistan USO tour. So,
now how did the tour go for you?
I think we'll all agree that the tour is great. It's the getting there that sucks. The flying, taking 5 planes to get there, spending 20 hours, and very unsmokable airports, which was a shock to me. Turkey, you can't smoke in the airport. Can you believe it? Yeah, you can bang a boy in the... I'm kidding. No. But yeah, that was the hard part, and the heat of the whatever that was, desert areas was very, very crazy. But the guys did a great job, and the troops were very into it. So.
I think 𝗧𝗵𝗲's got some real pressure on him. He's got to go out and promote the Gong Show. They're starting it on Comedy Central. He's the host.
He's the host, yeah.
Yeah, it's his show, so he's got to get out there.
You think there's real pressure? It's Comedy Central.
Yeah, no, there's pressure.
They're banking on this?
They're banking on him.
All right.
He's their one hope.
Now that they lost Dave Chappelle?
Yeah.
What's up?
Is there pressure on you to promote the Gong Show? In other words, you want this to be... But, I mean, you can laugh all you want, but this is a big deal to you. I mean,
It really is.
You need this to be successful.
This is my last chance to show business.
I mean, you've done a lot of work for Comedy Central. You've had HBO specials. You're a successful comedian.
You had your own show for
I did, yeah.
That didn't work out.
It didn't... What?
Well, I mean, it ended.
Well, I ended it, though.
Right. Oh,
yeah,
you
it was
did?
going to kill him, that show.
Why did you end your own Dave Attell show?
Because I only have one liver, and it got harder to do as it was called the Insomniac Show, not the Dave Attell Show.
All right, but it should have been called. Everyone called it the Dave Attell. The whole industry called it.
They called it the whole industry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everyone in the industry called it the Dave Attell Show.
Exactly. Variety, of course. Yeah. No, they called it. Why I ended it? Because it was getting harder to do, but I wanted to keep doing hour specials, and they wanted the half hours, and I guess in hindsight I should have kept doing it. But look at me now, I'm like an old, drunk guy. I mean, it just seems like.
Are you really a drunk?
Yeah, and that's why the Gong Show is like a perfect rehab of.
Do you have a drinking problem?
Yeah, well, what is this? The first time on the air?
No, but I'm saying, I'm wondering.
I did not. I haven't had a drink in like 6 months. So, and the guys will back me up on the tour there. So.
How much is this a shtick? This addict kind of person?
I don't speak early Jewish vaudeville terms.
Right.
How much of my shticklach?
Yeah. How much? No, I mean, how much of this is your persona? Like Dean Martin. Everyone thought he was a raging alcoholic, and maybe he wasn't. But some people have suggested it was an act. Is this an act with you, or are you really having a problem? Do you need to go to rehab?
No, I think that what happened is just I got, I just stopped because, it was, I just was sick of, just doing nothing. And, the drinking was boring after a while and shameful.
Was there cocaine involved?
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
But that was years ago.
Right.
No,
because Sarah Silverman said when she went out with you, when she was your girlfriend,
right,
she saw no evidence of drinking or any of this behavior. It came after her, she said.
I thought he was always depressed, though.
Well, I didn't have any money then.
You didn't have money to buy alcohol.
Exactly. I didn't have any of that kind of remote control money, as we used to call it back in the 80s.
So they called you and said, we're starting the Gong Show again.
Wait, jump around and okay, and what else happened?
Wait, hold it.
Go ahead.
Don't worry, I'll get back to
everything. This is how
everything.
you break a guy down. You don't stay on the same topic.
I thought we were on the same team a minute ago.
By the time I'm done, you'll see.
Watch out for a curveball coming.
I think I just got it.
No, it was Sarah Silverman.
Right.
I'll go back to that if you want.
No, that's okay. What are you going to do with the wedding? That's what I really want to know. Can I say?
Go ahead. Give me your suggestion.
2 weddings. It seems to work in every Ashton Kutcher movie. Why wouldn't it work for you?
You're making a good point.
You run from the guest house to the front of the house and the back of the and the mate's like, "What's going on, Mr. Howard?"
That is genius because there's so many people who split up. You could have the other partner there. That's a very, very
boring. All right. So what happened with the Gong Show?
Yeah, Dave.
Now let me. Can I say one thing? Tip of the hat.
Did you? Oh, thank you.
Tip of the hat to you. Howard takes it to the level that we can never get it to with these acts. Because you've brought on all these amazingly freakish people, cool people, brought out. They're fun, and I'm like, how do we do that? I don't think we got to that level, but you were the inspiration.
Thank you.
There you go. So, and that's not just sucking up. That's actually true.
No,
so.
It's nice to hear someone say that.
So,
but the Gong Show. Were you a fan of the Gong Show?
Yeah, I think the Gong Show was like the first time you actually saw freaks.
I was
doing
a fan
great things,
yeah.
And like ukulele acts and guys in a bathtub and Gene, the dancing machine, all that stuff. And that was before YouTube, so that was like really the only outlet.
Right.
We take it down and dirty, more the road of hilarious than that. We've got something going that they don't have going for them, which is great judges, and the judges from Andy Dick to Triumph the Insult Comic Dog, Adam Carolla, all these different people came on, and they had a ball with it. They just they get involved in some of the acts. They lay it down. It's not like Sharon Osbourne giving this critique or some English dandy giving some kind of you'll never make it, mate. And
blah,
so
blah,
it's
blah. It's a direct ripoff of Howard Show.
Exactly.
Thank you.
We have everybody from unicyclers to queefers, and and in between. Yeah, that's your that's your bread and butter.
You do
here.
have a queefer.
Yes.
Oh, so can a queefer win?
I wanted. See, that's the thing. The whole thing that really got me was that America's Got Talent. It's always like the juggler and the guy on the unicycle with the bag, and we had those people on, but I wanted the
hardcore.
Yeah, the vaudeville uncabaret people, like the girl shooting a dart with her vagina at her husband with balloon. I mean, I was like, I love this stuff,
but it's only so far you can go. It's still cable television.
No, they show it. Comedy Central is very cool about it. I give them a real
dart out of her vagina.
Yeah, well, you don't see the actual,
vagina.
The thing, but you see, it coming out. And
I see. So if this
is a kids program, the Gong Show, I remember, was on in the afternoon.
Now, are you able to negotiate with Comedy Central a decent salary? I mean, they're pretty tight with the dollar, are they not?
I'm betting that Dave got $20,000 an episode.
Wow, I say that's high.
It could be. It could be between 20 to 50, but it could be 30. I'll say around closer to 20 than 50.
Well, the funny thing is, Artie, you also are a sitcom actor, so you know, if I was going to use my old quote from my part on Wings, from when I was on Just Shoot Me. No, but that's part of it too. But Comedy Central, money-wise, they bring the money if you bring the ratings. And the good and the bad of Comedy Central is that you can take it to the next level. Like the Gong Show would not work, and they've tried it a million different times. Yes. A lot of guys have tried it.
Yes.
And it is kind of like the Titanic of going down with the ship. And I could ramble off many hosts who've tried to do it. And we immediately went in and said, we're not going to try and do what Chuck Barris did. Okay, I'm not wearing a suit. I'm not wearing a Indian war bonnet with a kilt.
But Chuck Barris had fun with it.
Yeah, he was great.
He was almost looked drunk.
I always thought he was high.
How long did you date Sarah Silverman?
I don't know. Are you asking me to go to the wedding?
Yes. How long did
could
you
I go?
date? What, to my wedding?
Yeah.
Do you feel
not with that face. To my wedding?
Do you want to go to my wedding?
Oh, I guess my Gong Show money. I can't afford.
I mean, we're not
a Del figurine. What if I bring a beautiful Kyrgyzstanian girl that I met in Kyrgyzstan?
Listen, I love you, and I think you're great, and I'd like to become friendly with you.
But you're not coming to the wedding.
But we never hang out together. I mean, would you really want to be there?
3 words: bong hits and Scrabble. Let's make it happen.
Let me put it to you this way, Dave. What kind of gift could you afford at Crate and Barrel?
Look, talk to me about Sarah Silverman and Jimmy Kimmel announced they have broken up. And that's why I bring this up.
Do you think it's because of the Gong Show?
No.
Is that like a thing in their relationship? If the Gong Show ever comes back.
I want to ask you something.
Go ahead.
Why did you and Sarah break up? And maybe that'll give me insight into why Jimmy and Sarah broke up.
I don't, why?
Yeah, did she break up with you? Or
of course.
She did?
Yes.
You were in love with her?
Absolutely.
Seriously?
Well, what do you want me to say?
No, I don't know if you're being sarcastic.
But it was puppy love, you know what I'm saying?
All right, it was
it's not like the adult
ago.
love that you power couples share, you know?
Right.
The love of a jet getaway weekend to where do you guys go again?
But isn't all love puppified in a sense?
Where do you guys head off to, whether it's the Hamptons or Darfur to just help out?
Hold it.
To hold an AIDS baby.
Try to be serious with me about this. Because I'm trying to get insight.
His defense mechanism is up, Dave. Come on.
How long did you date Sarah Silverman? How many months, years? I don't know.
Well, I would like to think it was a couple of years.
Couple of years.
Yeah.
And what would she say?
I don't know. She brings it.
Okay, I'm just asking. I'm trying to get insight because I like Jimmy and Sarah very much.
I think they're going to get back together.
You do?
Yes.
Why?
Well, sweeps weeks are coming up, and October's rolling around, and nothing gets.
You think it'll be a big deal if they get back together?
You think this is a publicity stunt?
Yes, he does. No,
I really do.
No, but in all seriousness. You were going out with her. You loved her. Right. Was the sex great? I keep thinking that Jimmy and Sarah maybe didn't have great sex. That Jimmy maybe got bored or something.
Really?
I don't know. I'm trying to put this together.
You don't think Sarah got bored with the sex?
She could have. I'm asking from a man's point of view who slept with Sarah.
So Jimmy was the great lover?
Was Sarah a great lover?
She was a great. I would say she's like 3 lovers in one.
No, is she a great lover?
Isn't that a term that you really only use for like an older man?
Come on, stop.
She's a great lover.
Is she a great lover?
Yeah, she is.
She's
very. I'll tell you one thing, and this is all in truth. She's a very alive person. She's very in the moment and all that kind of stuff. And me, a brooding, balding old guy. That's the kind of stuff that you're attracted to.
Right.
She's like a live person, and she's good at sports. And I could give a shit about sports, but
But the sex was frequent. In other words, it wasn't being withheld. It was a good.
Is that what you think would happen with them?
I don't know. I'm trying to piece this together. It's shocking to me. I'm actually upset about it.
Are you really?
Yeah, because I enjoy hanging out with them as a couple.
Well, why can't you still do that?
As a couple?
I can't. They won't get together as a couple.
As a T-Mobile cell phone, can't you? You know what? I'll tell you this.
What is your theory on this? What do you think happened?
I really just heard about it the other day because a We got a little saying in Afghanistan.
Right.
If you love it, no. I really don't know, but I'd say that both of them are, you know, like I don't know Jimmy that well, but I know her pretty well, or I did, and I think that, you know, they're probably working a lot, you know, like he has his show,
right,
and she has her show, and that's a lot of work, and then I think, you know, it's like adult stuff. It's not like when you're, you know, just out of college kind of hanging around things. So it's more of an adult scene that I probably wouldn't, you know about, but that's probably, I'd say, the problem. You know,
last time I saw her, she said, "I love him. I'm going to be with him the rest of my life." Blah 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 blah.
And what happened?
Well, this was the rest of her life. You just didn't know. It didn't mean she was going to be dead.
Right. I don't know. I don't understand it, to tell you the truth. I really
don't get it either. And you know,
have you ever done Jim's show or Jimmy's show?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
When my during the Insomniac thing, I came out and
Did you discuss having sex with her?
His girl?
No, I didn't.
You didn't. Why not? Wouldn't that be great television to say, "Hey, I banged her, you banged her. Let's compare."
That's
notes.
pretty rock and roll. It's not so much comedy.
That's
like what
not
rock
funny?
guys do. Like Eric Clapton could do that, or somebody. Like
I don't know. I mean,
I would have tuned in.
I would listen to you guys comparing notes and saying, you know, she didn't do this, but then Jimmy would go, "Oh no, she did that
Don't
with
you
me."
love it when she
She never licked my balls, and that upset me. And
you know, no, Dave wants to do jokes about shampoo and a sock.
You know, every time I come in here, you always bring up Sarah and all that stuff. What do I have to do that? Like, if I found Bin Laden on that trip, and I also opened Iron Man, would that?
No, I only brought it up because of the news that they were.
I know,
I
it's
thought
shocking.
you could offer insight. I did.
Do you think it has something to do with the gas prices? Now, this leads into neutral territory.
Do you have sex videos of her with you?
No,
you never took her.
Before that, no, never.
Wow. Well,
You know,
all right. I will drop it then.
Like, I mean, honestly, Howard, would you? Don't you feel like that's like you got to be really on your game to do that kind of stuff? Like
sex video?
Yeah.
You know, I've tried it and it never works out well. I've done it a couple of times in my life.
Now, a man in your position, why would you even put yourself in that position?
I look so bad.
You do?
On these videos. You know, you think you're in decent shape.
What? You really aren't the the best judge. You should show us.
I did one where I took the video on my penis, and I don't know, it must have been bright light, but it looked very veiny and like it was. I was like, ugh.
You're too harsh and critical.
When people ask me that, I go, look, I'm embarrassed by video of me not having sex, just acting.
Yeah, right, just being around.
Right, yeah. I mean,
that's what I mean. You're too critical of yourself. You should let somebody else judge it.
Okay, Robin, I'd love to have your critique.
After Gary came back from Afghanistan, he came to me and he said, Dave Attell is a saint.
I said,
a saint. He said they should call him Saint Attell.
He really is.
Why do you? I said to Gary, why do you say this about Dave Attell? Because as far as I can see, he doesn't look like any kind of saint to me.
Right.
He seems very...
Nobody's ever described him that way before.
And he's a Jew.
And he's a Jew. That's right.
And then the Jimmy thing, right?
Right. So, and he fucked Sarah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see him being a
no
saint.
saint has ever fucked Sarah.
So Gary goes, Wolf, there were days when we were traveling. You know how he talks. He goes, Wolf, there were days we were traveling. And we would be very tired. And sometimes the USO would say, when you're eating, go have meals with the troops and talk to them. But sometimes we were so tired, we would just eat amongst ourselves. But Dave Attell would go over to the troops' tables, no matter what was going on, and sit there and talk with them. It's very, very important to him. The whole time he's there, he's talking to the troops.
He never shied away from the troops.
Right.
Well,
is that accurate?
That is accurate. And, the guys didn't know that that's part of the USO thing. It's not just doing the shows, but, they picked it up real quick.
Artie apparently didn't know.
All right.
Well, but Artie is
Artie
different.
Slept, yeah.
We just...
Artie slept through all of Afghanistan.
But they were like, how do you do it? And I go, well, I was brought up as a runaway. And I was used to going truck to truck looking for love. No, it's...
What is
these
it?
guys are... I'm sorry.
Go ahead and explain yourself.
I'll explain. I'm glad that... First of all, I'm glad I couldn't pick better guys to go with because not just Artie and Gary, but Nick and Jim Florentine were great. And the whole thing is that the monotony... we see the war war in little snippets on the news, and it's explosions and shooting. But then there's the other times of just monotonous routine, heat, being distant from their loved ones, their lives. You know, there's a lot of people there in the Guard and Reserve who have other lives that they've had to put on hold to do it.
And
what
the
we
psychological pressure, knowing that they might be killed at it.
Exactly.
Right.
But besides all that, there's really just the never-endingness of it and the sameness of it. And that could be horrific or it could be boring, but it's over and over and over for over a year. And we're just like new faces that come in. I don't consider myself famous. I'm not, you know, Jessica Simpson or anything like that. But we just come in and, like, whether they know you or not, it's just somebody else to talk to. Like, you know, comics are great because we don't bring any equipment. We just come in, tell a couple of, you know, dick jokes, and we're out of there. Right. And they love it dirty. And, you know, they might say the powers that be, keep it clean, do this, whatever. Yeah. But when it gets down to it, they always love it dirty. And we love bringing it to them that way. So.
Right.
Yeah, the shows,
it was a good experience.
The shows were very successful, and like obviously Dave destroyed, as did Nick. Everybody killed.
Yeah,
and Gary did a good job. And I mean, it is so satisfying afterwards at the meet and greet when these guys come up to you and say, you know what, man? And every one of them were nice. We really appreciate you coming. We laughed, and it was good to escape for a while. And Dave has gone probably about 4 or 5 times. Is that right? You've been there quite a bit.
Different place,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
you've been to Iraq?
Iraq.
You've been to Afghanistan.
And, you know, Afghanistan used to be the one where everybody's like, I hope I get sent to Afghanistan because it's safer. Now it's really, like, going crazy. Yeah.
Did you feel in danger at any time when the mortar attack? We read about the mortar attack. We asked Gary and we asked Artie about it yesterday.
Was that your first time being under attack?
Well, besides coming on this show, the emotional mortars, the rounds shot at me, the salvo.
Coming in. No,
it happened in Iraq too, but it wasn't like where we had to get in the bunkers. It was just kind of like, oh, by the way, we were attacked. But the best part, there's 2 stories I'd like to say about the whole tour. One of them was I was roommates with Artie for a while and Nick DiPaolo. And
it was fun. That's a fun room.
It was a fun room, and Artie, it's hard to sleep with him because he, you know, you think like he's a bigger guy, he must snore. Well, I snore, you know, Nick might snore or whatever, but he talks in his sleep.
Oh no!
Really? And not just talks, he orders food in his sleep.
Oh,
I'm not kidding around. Get Nick DiPaolo on the phone. It's so true.
Yeah, no,
is that right,
Howard?
That's crazy.
Dana and a couple other chicks have said this to me.
You order food in your sleep?
And Howard, he sounds contrived, but he's telling the truth because
it is true.
Other people have told me this, and it's so embarrassing yet so funny.
I never heard it. Does it arrive? Does the food come after you
what did I say?
I'm no Craig Gass, but may I try it?
Yeah.
Okay. It's like 2 burgers and a dew. You know, like Mountain Dew. 2 burgers and a dew.
Oh,
are you serious?
Yeah.
You mean he's laying there, and all of a sudden you start hearing him talking about food?
2 burgers and a dew.
Burgers.
But
what
not
else
just
does he
laying
mention?
there.
What
like,
else does he?
Kind of shaky, kind of like.
I do. I get the shake.
What else? What else does he order? I'm curious. Pizza.
Well, Nick DiPaolo said the 2 burgers and a dew thing, and that was why I knew they weren't bullshitting. Just 2 separate times they said the same exact thing that I ordered.
Wow.
Yeah,
and I'm like, I don't even drink Mountain Dew.
And the whole trip too, he was not really eating. He was eating apples the whole time, and he had like 1 big meal, and that was about it.
It's amazing. You know, Gary was telling me about you in Afghanistan, and he said this, and I hope I don't embarrass you. He says, at one point, Dave Attell waved his hands over the desert and it turned into water. I'm not kidding.
No, you know what?
I was afraid, like flying in the helicopters and all that kind of stuff, but that was pretty cool that we got a chance to do that.
That was really
cool.
Did
you shoot off a gun like Artie and Gary?
Yeah, I did.
You did, and you liked it.
Yeah, no, that's the coolest part of it because, like, you know, they were like, "Hey, how do you know like this?" Because I watch all those military like history channels.
Why do you?
I love that stuff.
Why do you go? You didn't just go once. This is your 5th time over.
Well, no, I've been to Afghanistan twice and Iraq once, and then I've done like other U.S.
Why do you do it? Do you feel an obligation?
Yeah, I also feel that you know, like we're not really asked to do anything, and that like it's a really good. I guess we're lucky that we get to do it because we're in like show business.
Right.
But you know, I just feel like don't get a chance to do anything. And like I've traveled a lot, but you know that part of the world is like a whole different animal. And,
it really is.
Like you would never. Well, I told this to I think Nick. Whatever. When we were in the Kyrgyzstan airport, by the way, do not honeymoon around there because that's there was a guy getting on the plane. with a bow and arrow. I'm not kidding around, Howard. I'm not kidding. A Mongolian hordeman, whatever, was getting on with a bow, and he was at the counter like, when can I get that flight? And I'm like, that guy's got a real bow and arrow on him, you know? And you're only afraid of the bow and arrow from a distance, but up close, it's kind of like retarded, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, no,
it's a bit I'm working at.
So you are a man who feels compelled to help his country any way you can, and you do it.
Yeah, and
you do it with joy.
Can I say one thing?
Yes.
Okay. The biggest surprise, delightful surprise, was when we went to the Predator base, and did Gary tell you this?
Oh yeah, the colonel.
The colonel of the Predator base is like the most devout fan of your show.
Wow.
Anyway, because we walk in and he's giving us like a bullet point thing on the Predator, which is pretty cool because Jeff Anthony, usually when you do the USO tour, you meet everybody. You meet like the guy who's in charge of sanitation, and he gives you like a rundown on how they do the base and like how they set up the city and all that kind of stuff. So some of it's kind of monotonous, but you know, you're there to meet the guy, so you got to, sit through it. But this guy goes, I got a couple questions. One about the merger. And like he's like a colonel.
He's up on it.
Yeah. And the next one, Jim, are you still going out with Robin? Yeah. And then like, where's Artie? Is he coming out? You know,
well,
he wants you to be up fanatical.
Right. Dave has been there so much, Howard. He knows enough, and he reads a lot about it, I guess.
Yeah.
Where he's talking to the Army guys in Army terms, like a guy will have a rifle, and we won't even know what the fuck it is, and Dave will be going, "What are you using that? Do you use S50s, or you got a 485 Glock on that?"
I didn't say
I mean, no, you knew numbers.
You're a gun freak.
You're not a gun freak.
Nick in Lake Tahoe, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Good morning, Howard. Thank you very much. I got a question for David Tell. Was there any time on the trip that you guys were so scared that you said, "Oh man, this is it. I don't know if we're ever going to get out of this one," or anything like that? Artie, Gary?
Probably when Artie was talking in his sleep about food.
I thought he was going to eat me. No. I think it's scary. I think the real scary part, because they can take really good care of you. The scariest part is the flying. You know, like you fly in a lot of different aircraft, old military aircraft, like from the the 60s.
Howard, no windows, and it's claustrophobic.
Yes,
and you're a target too.
And well, you can't fly over Iran or Pakistan, so it's really. Remember how you used to always bitch, and you were so right about how France wouldn't let us fly.
Right.
So these fucking planes have to go around and use more fuel. It takes longer, and these soldiers are packed in these planes with all this equipment, and because you can't fly over fucking Iran or France or whenever we couldn't do that, it takes longer, and they're tired. And you don't realize how important windows are on a plane to make you feel more secure.
Right.
You're just up and you don't know what's going on. But during the mortar fire, I got to a point where I really was a little first of all claustrophobic in the bunker. Second of all, a little bit, because there was a lot of us packed in. And when we're walking, and that kid said to me, "Look, the way I look at it, if you get hit, you get vaporized." And it's like, it's going to be weird just. That got to me a little bit.
Yeah.
But they make you feel...
It's got to hurt to be vaporized.
But they make...
What is vaporized, Artie? Can you explain that a little bit?
When, in other words, you get hit with a weapon that's so powerful that it just can turn you into dust immediately. You don't even feel about it.
Yeah, there's nothing left of you.
Right.
Gary said at one point, Dave Littell jumped on the mortar.
I would have done that if it was good for the show.
Well, did you ever at any time assess who would be a problem if it got heavy?
Well, I did think that if, let's say, we were captured, I know as a Jew, I would have had to think out one of the other guys.
Right.
No, if we say got into a crash and we were in the desert by ourselves, abandoned, alone, and had to resort to cannibalism, you figure I'm going first because they're lasting 2 months on me.
Let's go to Jerry. Jerry, you're on the air in Dover.
Okay. Hey, besides that, the Gong Show looks like it's going to be funny as hell. But,
thanks, man.
Hey, Sarah Silverman, little star fucker, did she take it up the ass?
Oh. Wow.
That's a legitimate question, and you got to deal with it any way you have to deal with it.
You really think he should answer it?
I do. I think it's legitimate. I don't think it's a nice question, but I think it's a legitimate question. Did Sarah take it in the ass?
No, I don't see any of that there. I think it was more by Kabbalah sex. It was really...
It was more traditional.
Yes.
All right.
I like how that guy came at it.
You were with her in the early 90s. That was the height of the anal craze.
Was it really?
Absolutely.
You missed it?
Even Robin went through it. Robin took it. I had it a couple of times in my ass. Yes, absolutely.
Well, you know, back in the desert, that's really the only way to clean yourself. Clean your piece, as they call it.
That means she probably took it right up the ass.
What's going on with your relationships now? Do you have a girlfriend? No one ever reads about you in the tabloids.
The Gong Show is really, I think, like a eHarmony for me, because I met so many interesting ladies on there. This one girl.
Are you having sex?
Well, not really, because I stopped drinking.
Oh.
You mean that ended your sex life?
Well, it does. You know, it kind of like, you know, you'd rather go home. Yeah, I'm actually one of the few guys who's cool being alone. And that was kind of the weird thing, like sharing a room with these guys.
Yeah.
Because I think he'll say it too, like, Artie, you're on the road all the time, but you get like your own. At the end, you go into your own room and you can do whatever you want.
Absolutely.
You know? And now it's kind of like this, like, you know, guy club. You know, and like you know, you're afraid to like undress in front of everyone. Yeah. Although you're walking around wearing just a towel. You know, a towel,
and that's always fun. But we had, because again and again, like Dave said, we couldn't pick a better bunch of guys. There were a couple of nights where, you know, we couldn't sleep, and it was just me, Nick, and Dave, and just laughing all night because you know we. You know, you just love each other's company on top of being performers. And, I mean, Dave, you know, is being humble a little bit. A ton of guys recognize him from Insomniac. They love seeing him. Right. And he goes up and, like, literally at the mess hall, he'll go out of his way to just talk to guys. And like I told you yesterday, there was one group of guys who said to me and Gary, look, they were just out of Fort Hood, Texas, going away for 15 months. They asked, could you hang out with us? And Dave was very aware of that. And he always did it, never said no to anything. So, I mean,
Dave.
It was a great tour.
That's not true. But, I mean, thank you, Artie. But a lot of it has to do with, like, that's our fan base, too. These guys are the guys who come see our shows when they're, you know, and it's like, that's the cool connection, because it's not just like they know your stuff, or like a lot of them have said,
you don't care. You never think about your own life. You never think about the fact that you might get killed over there.
Well, I'm kind of hoping.
You're hoping you die.
Since I have a miserable life. But
now tell me, you don't have a girlfriend.
I don't.
And
so I can't go to the wedding then.
You don't have anybody who...
No, I have a friend.
You got a friend. Yeah, something's going on.
Well, you know, you know.
Why are you keeping it such a secret?
No, she's not my girlfriend, though.
Why are you hiding her? Bring her in here now.
Why did you say it's a her?
You know what I'm going to... You know what I'm going to have...
Who are you voting for? Now that you've been overseas and you've seen the action firsthand, who will be the best man to handle the situation in Iraq and Afghanistan?
Wow.
Is it Obama? Or is it McCain?
Well, sometimes I think it's really, I think, the 1-2 punch. You got to get like the right vice president, and like, you know, sometimes I think like, late at night, especially after a drinking binge, the best guy for the job would be Obama and the Burger King. You know, the actual Burger King.
Stop it. No. Tell me who you're for.
Who am I for?
Yeah. Who is the best commander-in-chief? You've been with the troops.
Yeah.
You know,
Mayor McChee.
You've spoken with the troops.
Yes, I've spoken to them and heard their views.
You think the Burger King would be a good vice president?
Well, the Burger King burnt down. Talk about...
Oh, that's right. Oh,
you didn't tell that story?
Well, I was trying to, but we were all over the place. But
we only had 3 hours.
The Afghanistan...
The Afghanistan Burger King.
The Kandahar, the base we were at in Kandahar, the place that stunk like shit.
Yeah, the Kandahar Beaky.
Yeah, it had a Burger King.
Yeah.
And of course, I hear that, my eyes light up.
Yeah.
And then they go, but it burnt down last week.
Yeah.
A mortar hit the fucking Burger King. So I was looking to have a Whopper with cheese with shit on it.
I've actually gone to a fast food restaurant, whether it was Burger King or McDonald's in Aruba many years ago.
Right.
And it was so bad.
Really getting into the local culture.
Oh, my God. I was so fat back then that I decided I needed to eat Burger King. And I go in Aruba, and I go into the local town. It took over an hour to get a burger. There's no such thing as fast food. Can you imagine in Afghanistan what that would have been like? I mean, you would have been sick, I'm sure, for months.
And the guy behind the counter.
Yeah.
What would you like? You know what else they have? Like a Starbucks ripoff type place that they build.
What, the Tim Hortons?
Well, not the Tim Hortons. Like
I love that place. Talk about real heroes. It's those 4 Canadian girls working at the Tim Hortons.
Yeah, there's a Tim Hortons
in Afghanistan.
And there's like a coffee bean type place.
Yes.
Green bean, whatever.
You think they set that up for the troops, you mean?
Yeah, I mean, it's a whole city. So the funny thing is, you see a lot of these big, good old boys from the South walking around with an M16 and a caramel macchiato.
Yeah.
Frappuccino.
Isn't it amazing, like, the lengths people will go to make a living? I mean, that's pretty something that's extreme to set up like a Starbucks in Afghanistan.
Right, and it's always
you hear
packed.
about those people who get kidnapped, it's always some guy from the Midwest
Contractor.
who needed a job.
It's always a barista at Starbucks.
It shows you how shitty things are out there.
In Kyrgyzstan, the cool thing is because the people are like Russian hybrid. You know, like you'll meet like a girl like with one blue eye, like a husky, like weird hot girls, and they get jobs on the bases. And like I was up early one day, like just chain smoking outside, and these two guys walked by, a guy and a girl, and they're like wearing like all yellow. I could tell they're not in the military; they're like contracted, and there's like this drop dead blonde hottie who in New York would be, you know, like the top of the totem pole. She's like collecting my cigarette butts and like putting them in this thing.
Yeah, that's right.
I couldn't believe it. Like that's the best job there.
Local Russian nanny.
They need Tyra Banks to find her or something.
All right,
smoking blondes.
All right, you didn't answer my question,
right?
Because Artie said he now was leaning toward McCain after coming back from the troops.
A little bit, not totally. I don't know.
You could switch back.
Who are you supporting?
Well, I don't really know who I'm going to support. I always go for the ones who are like pro-abortion and all that kind of stuff, gay rights and all that. Because, you know, like I feel like it's too stiff out there, especially in the comedy clubs with all the, you know, church stuff. But, you know, that's just me, you know, whatever. But
plus, you're a gay guy who's had an abortion.
Right.
So that would be Obama you're for.
Yeah, I guess that. But I do love McCain. Like I read all his books, and I think he's definitely like, you know.
So you're having a hard time deciding.
It's very hard.
And
So you know what I think I'm going to do? Sleep in and not vote. You think that's good?
No,
that's what I do.
That's the answer.
You also know that McCain can't really be fucking in real life anti-abortion. You know what I mean?
But he's a cool dude. He's a cool dude.
Policy.
Yeah, I know. He should say it, but these crazy Bible Belt people have you by the fucking balls.
Well, then he's got to stand up to them. That's what I think.
That would be leadership.
That's
One other thing I said in my sleep, I just remembered that, and again, other people have said this, and Nick told me this, that on top of that, he claims that I said, and again, I shake around when I do it, and Nick does such a funny impression of me shaking around.
But what does he claim you said?
He claims I said, no, regular Coke.
Regular Coke?
I'm not kidding.
I don't know if that was a drug.
I'm not
That's the
kidding.
greatest thing I ever heard.
I mean, and these both guys said when they woke up with me one night that I was ordering a burger and a Mountain Dew. I don't
dream about food like most guys dream about pussy.
Exactly.
Well, I had a wet dream, and I wook up and it was all ketchup and Russian dressing.
He would go to sleep with like ice tongs, like a teddy.
Do you realize his nightmare is being served Diet Coke? He hates it so much.
I do.
Listen, one final question.
Yeah.
Will you call Sarah Silverman and try to date her again now that she's broken up with you?
Howard, I'm not even. I said it before. I'm not in her league. I mean, come on.
I think you're really hot.
You do?
I do.
I've been trying to dress a little bit more adult.
You
I'm glad
good.
you picked up on it.
You know what,
Because
Howard?
if you're going to host the
Very,
Gong Show, you got to show people that you're in charge.
Very relaxed with a suit jacket, like George Carlin.
Like
with
an
a
Armand
beard.
DeSante.
Right.
That was my pace car.
Enough nonsense.
Dave is being, again, if any interviewer could get it out of him, it's you. But Dave has that comedian thing where, you know, he tells all these jokes. But I don't know this for sure, and I've known him for a long time. But in the early '90s, he was like the king of New York, like the best comedian there was.
Nice,
and when he was playing at a club, other comedians would be late for spots at other places.
All right, so what happened?
You'd stop and watch him. Well, you know, what I'm saying is, on top of Sarah,
Right.
I guarantee he got so much pussy back then because he just was like the shit, you know.
So you downplaying the amount of pussy you get?
I don't know.
Would you guys one at a time? Even the Taliban, they give them a blanket and a Quran.
You're a famous guy now, Dave.
No. This is all I'm going to say, okay? First of all, she's really funny. He's really, Jimmy's really funny, and I'm sure something's going to happen and, you know, whatever.
Right.
But in terms of already saying that, that's really cool because when I was on the tour with him and Nick, who, like, I don't know if you guys know, but in the early 90s, Nick DiPaolo was the guy.
Right.
He really was, like, we would look at him and like, wow, this guy, like, he'd show up, you know, good-looking guy, really on top of his game. And, you know, I still look at him in awe when I think about, like, his writing skills and all that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of really good comics on the tour. And then Artie had to do, like, a half an hour, so that's pretty rough. And we divvied up the dick jokes and, you know, the masturbation stuff.
Right. The good thing is that every guy, Florentine, Dave, and Nick are all headliners, so they were nice enough to Like, by the time I get up, you got to leave the headliners some subjects to go for. Like,
right. So they were gracious and left you.
Yeah, they knew exactly how to set you up.
That was a great
You guys are all great, I have to say.
I know, it's a real, like, love fest.
I've never met a bunch of greater guys.
Well, I mean, you know, if
let me tell you what really happened.
Other than Sarah Silverman, have you ever fucked anyone else famous?
Yeah, you asked him a question and he deflected.
Well, that's what I mean. This is what he does.
No, what happens. All right, listen.
We'll never get it out of
See the Gong Show. I'm excited it's coming back. I like the idea of you as host. I think it'll be successful. I hope so.
But honestly, a tip of the hat to you. And
thank you.
But
you
Howard,
really did look at
one more thing, because you'll like this. This is a plug. While I was over there, there's an organization called the Coalition for Major Injuries. These are all guys who come back from the war.
Oh, is this where Dave cut off his own leg and gave it to a soldier? I heard about that.
He's a saint.
These are all guys who are like amputees, bad head injuries, and they're all at a hospital in Florida. And there's an organization that runs, support for these guys. It's a big charity because there's not enough money for these guys, which is awful. And Dave does work with them. And while we were at one of the meet and greets, a guy came up to me and said, Art, you don't know this, but I have half a leg, and I chose to come back here to work administration, but I work with this coalition. Would you guys do a show in Orlando, Florida for us? And maybe, like, if it's you and telling these guys, we get 4,000 people and just give it all to the workers. I gave him my phone number, and I've been in touch with someone he knows. And Dave immediately said yes.
Yes.
And
so he's a very giving man, you would say.
Yeah. So sometime in October, November, we're gonna do like a 4,000 seater for this coalition of injured people in Florida.
You guys are really giving back.
And Jimmy Florentine and DePace already said they would do it. And again, it's a free show. And it's what is the official name of that, Dave? It's the Coalition of.
Dave,
I thought
let me ask you something though about that.
It's Wounded Warrior. I thought we were talking about.
Wounded Warrior.
So I didn't hear about this Orlando thing, but that's
how
cool.
did Sarah let you know she was leaving you? All right, listen. Okay. Dave, best of luck. We love when you come in here.
So Dave, are you really the saint that Gary's making you out to be?
I think they built me up pretty hardcore, but one man saint is just another man doing his job, not like these Hollywood types.
No, we really want credit. Come on.
No, but they, I don't know.
It was, put it this way: there were a lot of dick jokes that the guys loved. That's what
I think everybody did their job, but it's not really a job like you kind of enjoy it and all that kind of stuff.
I couldn't do my 20
I like
minutes.
how Howard brings you back to earth. You can do anything, and he's like,
Dave, how do you think Artie handled the hot weather over there? I know he was nervous about that for a while.
I have to say honestly, I really didn't think he would make it through the 100+ degree temperature, but he did.
I slept most of the days anyway in air conditioning.
With his
ordering food,
his Green Beret training kicked in. He did it like when he had to be up. He did it because after like 7 in the morning, it starts getting really hot. Right. And by afternoon, it's like way too hot. But the locals seem to be moving. I don't know. I'm just rambling. But
John High and Gary Dell'Abate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
On Monday's wrap-up show, I talked about two of my favorite comedians in the whole world. No, I'm not talking about Sal and Richard. I'm talking about Cheech and Chong.
The comedy duo that reunited and were the featured guest on today's show, and I'd be referring to Cheech and Chong.
Boy, I got to tell you, I don't know if it's an age thing, but for me, having Cheech and Chong on is like what it must have been like for my parents to see Martin and Lewis. I mean, they are such the quintessential comedians of that kind for my age, not as a live act, but their records. And John and I were talking about how Richard had put up a bunch of sound bites of Cheech and Chong this morning, and we sort of laughed because I thought they were sort of the unfunnier ones of Cheech and Chong. And I think that Richard, who's such a huge fan of them, knows them more from the movies. And if you're older, you know them more from their records.
Right. There are definitely two types of Cheech and Chong fans. Gary and I were talking about like Sister Mary Elephant and the
Dave's Not Here
and the other radio clips. And Richard was put up movie stuff, stuff from movies. But of course, Cheech and Chong is Richard's favorite comedy duo, or at least Richard was accused that it was his favorite for today.
Exactly. But, Richard, of course, wore a Cheech and Chong shirt, which is really funny. I was saying, I've been listening to Cheech and Chong, so I started getting into them so young that I got the album Big Bamboo, and I had no idea what the paper inside was for. It came with a giant rolling paper. I didn't even know what that was about.
If you don't know their earlier stuff, there's a thing called Cheech and Chong's Greatest Hit, HIT, and that's got a lot of their classic bits if you want to familiarize yourself with them.
The Yellow Album, Cheech and Chong, the Yellow Album, and Big Bamboo are maybe two of the funniest comedy records ever made.
Well, now joining us is Cheech and Chong's biggest fan, as evidenced by his iron-on T-shirt, Richard Christie. Richard, you've been accused of having too many favorites. Are you offended by that?
No. I mean, I like a lot of stuff. I'm sorry. I like a lot of things. And
but you have to your favorite really has to be narrowed down to like 11.
Okay, well, I mean, for me, the only other two guys, like comedy duo that could have came in that I really flipped out on would have been the McKenzie brothers. But I don't think they're going to get back together.
Richard hovers around my office when there's a guest that he really likes because he wants to go in, and I like to let him go in. But, he's got to have something to say, so he went in to ask them if they were going to make another movie. That was a good question. Then he's hovering around my office, and he goes, should I go in and ask them if they feel ripped off by the McKenzie brothers? I was like, nobody cares, Richard. The McKenzie brothers.
John cares.
People in Canada don't give a shit.
I love the McKenzie brothers.
Oh, they're awesome. By the way, I do love the Cheech and Chong albums, too. I have all the albums. I have Big Bamboo with the rolling paper still in it, the huge rolling paper.
Do you think everything's cool between those two? There seems to be some kind of tension there.
I think that they sort of have it together more now. It's hard to tell. I mean, I don't know them, but they're not acting any different than when they were on our TV show in 1992. I mean, they're sort of like, they've been around, they've seen a lot. What are you going to tell them? But they seem to get along. I mean, here's the interesting thing. They came in, the two of them, and Cheech's girlfriend, is that? Fiance. And nobody else, no PR people. So they clearly hang together. There was nobody, a PR person or anything.
Did the fiance just stroll in?
That was, that's a weird thing. When you watch it on Howard TV, we got to talk about this a lot. People feel very comfortable with the show. In other words, if you were on the Letterman show, you would go out on the Letterman show and you wouldn't bring, your grandmother, your fiance, an aunt, a good friend. But people bring people into the studio. So she caught me off guard. They just walked her into the studio. And it's uncomfortable to say, I've done it to people before where you put the hand up and say you have to wait here, because then while somebody's coming in and Howard's introducing them, there's that uncomfortable thing like, you're leaving them at the wall, at the Berlin Wall. You can come across, but you can't.
Lucky for you, though, she had a great accent, so she ended up being good on the radio.
The only reason I didn't mind her coming in because I knew we were going to get to her sooner or later anyway.
And Benji, did you sense any tension there?
Between Cheech and Chong?
Yeah.
To me, it seemed hyped. I didn't feel it, but Gary says he feels it like...
No, I didn't say I felt any tension.
Oh, I thought you did.
No. I'm saying that they're two guys that have just been together a long time.
That's what I think. I think it's just like people here. They work together, and I think they're buddies, and they're work buddies.
All right, if you missed it, here's a little bit of Cheech and Chong talking to Howard.
You're telling me Tommy said to you, I'm not getting back together the Cheech and Chong thing unless my wife can open for us.
Well, not in so many words, but yeah.
But he
Tommy,
has to
what?
travel
Tommy,
with his wife.
You were anxious to get back together with Cheech all these years. You would have blown it just for your wife like that?
Oh, yeah.
Why? Is that fair to Cheech, though?
I don't care. Into it.
I don't care about Cheech.
Come
on. My wife never left me. She stayed with me.
There's definitely some bitterness there.
Does his wife do stand-up or sing? What does she do?
I don't know.
I wasn't sure. Oh, no, I think Cheech said that she has some chops, but I wasn't sure if it was singing or
and she's
comedy.
in some of their movies. She's really funny. She's in Corsican Brothers. She's in a movie Chong did called Far Out Man, after they Cheech and Chong broke up. But she's funny in the movies, so I'm sure she's probably funny on stage.
But you'll agree that's a bizarre rider to have the wife do 20 or 30 minutes before any performance.
It's a totally bizarre writer to have unless your name's Jackie Martling.
But if you're a fan, if you're a big fan of Cheech and Chong, I think you might get a kick out of that for a few minutes.
Mm-hmm. But inevitably she has to have talent, or people aren't going to put up for that. And nobody's ever emailed me and said, "Oh my God, whoever opens sucks." So she must be good at whatever it is she does.
By the way, did you guys notice too? Chong was breathing really heavy.
Yeah.
I was thinking that the pot smoking must be catching up.
Well, first of all, I was shocked to find out that I knew they were older. I was shocked to find out that he's 70.
Yeah, 70 years old.
I mean,
well, yeah, he was in his mid or late 30s when they got really big, I think, because he had a big musical career before, too.
Yeah, I thought that was weird. The question that I asked him about that movie with Eric Roberts, he sort of brushed it off like it was no big deal. That was a movie that just came over the transom, he said. But everybody who's a fan, like Richard, I bounced it off of Richard first. We both saw that as a Cheech and Chong movie without Chong, with the guy stepping in for Chong. But I guess Chong didn't seem to care.
Yeah, and I thought it was not ironic, but surprising that it was the music that brought them back together, not the comedy. Now, how could some people are saying in the back, how can you be a big Cheech and Chong fan without ever getting stoned? Like, I know weed just isn't your thing.
Well, you know, it was kind of a thing where in high school and junior high, me and my best friend Scott, we kind of modeled our lives after Cheech and Chong. That was our idols. We'd get together at his dad's house every weekend, watch Cheech and Chong movies and watch Strange Brew. We also idolized the McKenzie brothers. And we always said when we graduate high school, we're going to move to East L.A., we're going to get a house just like in Cheech and Chong's next movie and just live the lives of Cheech and Chong. We just admired them so much, and it wasn't even about pot. It was just they had so much fun and they were such cool guys.
But you admired them so much, and you're moving and all this other stuff. You're telling me you never tried to get high based on everything that they've done?
I did. In high school, I dabbled in grass a little bit and just...
What is this, Dragnet? I dabbled in grass?
And the only fun I ever had on it, because it just made me sleepy, you know, and made me cough. But one time a friend of mine had a black light and his teeth were green, and I laughed for about an hour at that. But other than that, it didn't do much. Yeah, it looked like Gary, but it didn't do much for me.
Hey, it's Sal, and on Tuesday's wrap-up show, we discussed me finally going out to dinner with the great Howard Stern. And I promise you, I'm going to be on my best behavior. So check it out.
We should start off with the hot topic in the office, and that's this dinner that Howard proposed. And if you didn't hear it, I'll set it up. Beth apparently has got invited to a birthday party, but it's a girls' night out, which Howard took offense to, I guess. And so to retaliate, he decided to have a night out with the guys, but he didn't want it to be the typical crew that he goes out with. He said he wanted to reward some of the people who work here.
Right.
So he immediately asked Artie, and then they sort of picked and chose and went through almost everybody on the staff with a couple of exceptions.
Well, let me ask you a question. Originally, it didn't start out with rewarding people here. Originally, it started out with putting a crew together that would make Beth jealous.
Correct.
And that didn't work.
Correct.
Artie and Tim Sabean weren't cutting it.
Right.
So then it went to, okay, so let's reward some of the people here who don't usually get to go out.
Well, I think JD was always part of the mix,
right?
Regardless of whatever the makeup was. But he went through everybody with a couple notable exceptions. One is Scott, the engineer, who was very upset at not being included and said he's permanently on the do not invite list. But the other person who didn't get into consideration, Gary, was you.
Yes, I did notice that. Well, Howard brushed it off quickly, and he goes, Gary gets invited to a lot of stuff, which is true, which is fine. And if you were being true to what you were doing for this dinner, I'd feel fine. But Artie gets to go to everything. So in other words, Artie's immediately a slam dunk to go. And then Fred, who works in the studio, is going. And then all of a sudden, Benji's going. And then I realized I'm the only person that works in the studio that's not going.
Was that an out of sight, out of mind kind of thing?
No, because my name came up a couple of times. Howard's like, Gary gets to go to enough stuff.
And do you think that's fair?
Well, it's fair if he were going to take out Richard and Sal and Will and Jason, then it's fair. But I'm not, listen, fair, I won't say fair or not fair because it's not that big a deal. And I'm also out of town on Thursday night anyway because I'm going to Vegas. But, don't use the I'm going to reward some people card, then immediately invite Artie and Fred.
Right, but you still would have, I'm sure you
it's always nice to be considered.
Right, you want the opportunity to say no.
Again, I don't mind it as much because I get invited to a lot of stuff. But I know that this is always a great bit for the show because it really shows you your standing in the organization. I know there's people that sit out there waiting for their name to come by, and it comes by, and depending on how much consideration they get, it's telling.
Now, Benji, you were in, you were out. Are you in the final crew?
I don't know. And it does, I said I don't care, I don't give a fuck. But I do, but I hate that I give a fuck.
But why? But it's human nature. Of course you care.
Because it's completely. He has the velvet rope. It's just a popularity thing.
Right. So you want to be popular? What's wrong with that?
I don't like that aspect. I wish I could be above that and not give a fuck about that.
What are you, Gandhi?
I don't know.
I think everybody wants to be included to a certain extent.
Yeah, but you shouldn't.
beyond the fact of one, the popularity, two, it has like political influence at work. I'm not any more attracted to going out with Howard than I am like going out with like a night out with JD or anyone here. I'd like to get to know a lot of people better on like a one-on-one type thing. And I hate that I give a fuck about the popularity at the moment.
Okay, now a surprise choice was Sal, and Sal actually turned down an opportunity originally when Howard was talking about bringing Richard. Sal was like, "No, it's okay. Richard can go. I'm cool." But Sal, you did get invited.
Congratulations! It's going to send you on a spending spree at Bumble, whatever, where you get
Bumble and Bumble,
where you get your cosmetics.
Yeah, we'll get into that in a second. But were you surprised that you got the invite?
Yeah, I guess I was, because he's made it perfectly clear every day that he does not want me at any private event with him.
Well, no. He didn't say he doesn't want you at any private
after
event.
the wedding, he said it. He said his birthday came up, and Robin said, "Would I be there?" He says, "No, Sal will not be at anything, any events in the future." And I know he jokes around about that, and that's fine.
I think you're better suited to an all-male outing.
Well, I don't know.
I think when there's couples involved and there's more of a classy event, I think there's more of a fear that you might do something weird.
Yeah. Well, is this going to be classy or?
Well, yeah. It's going to be a nice restaurant.
All right.
So hey, can I ask you? I heard a story about you. I wonder if it's true. Is it true that you went to a nice restaurant with Jason and the guys, and you took a piece of ketchup and put it on your forehead and started imitating the Indian waiter?
Ketchup? I don't remember
or
that.
Mustard or something.
No, I think we were at Del Frisco, and I put the napkin. I made a turban around my head, but I had a few in me, and it was just a joke.
Right. So could something like that happen?
No, not around Howard.
Everything's just a joke.
No, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna. Yeah, you know what I'll do? Maybe I'll get some ketchup and make a Hitler mustache and do Hail Hitler in front of Howard.
Was there like an
all
Indian
night.
waiter?
That's not what I will do.
What will
was
you
there
do?
like an Indian in the vicinity that you were kind of?
No, I don't recall.
I remember. He was just being stupid.
Yeah, we were just having fun. I mean, it's just so funny how in a private environment it's so funny, but in front of these microphones, it's all of a sudden the worst possible thing, the most unethical, the most ridiculous, the most racist, the most awful thing in the world. Yet these same people, these great people that I love around me in that same environment are laughing their balls off at that moment.
Who besides you do you know that does stuff like that?
My Uncle Don.
Okay. but I mean, in other words, like, Jason.
And he doesn't have to go to a radio show in the morning and explain why he used a certain word in a certain way. You know what I mean? He's got the free pass. He's got it made.
What's the free pass?
The free pass is you could do stuff without getting your balls broken by people who really do find it entertaining, but said, "Hey, you know what? This could be kind of fun by giving this guy a dig and breaking his balls."
Sal, you said
I know it's one ball breaking environment, but sometimes things go a little too far.
You said something very telling just before. You said, "No, I know what I'm going to do. I won't do that." What is? You have it planned out in your head how you're going to act at this thing already?
I'm going to act like a civil human being. I'm going to sit
down.
But that's
not you.
Yeah, it is.
No, I mean...
At Will's wedding, I was a civil human
But I mean,
being.
you want to have fun. I'm not saying you have to be uncivilized. Can you have fun and still control yourself from doing something wacky? Because, you don't want to go there and sit on your hands, right?
No.
I mean, it's a fun night. Like, it's you and...
Listen, Howard's definition of fun off the air versus fun on the air are two totally
what do you
different
mean?
things. Off the air, Howard likes to relax, so I'm gonna go with the flow of the table, like anything else. If a bunch of guys are there and it's a quiet, calm night where a good conversation is being engaged, that's what I'll go with. I'm not gonna go there and start slapping my balls in the ice water. I'm just gonna have a nice time, and I also know, that this is Howard's invitation. So let Howard decide. He's the host of the dinner. So I'll let him decide. How the flow should go. I'm going to shut my mouth and have a nice time with Howard. That's basically it.
How many guys have to put the dot in their head before you do?
4 or 5 if they want. If I went out to dinner one time with Howard when we first started working here, Richard and myself, we had a phenomenal dinner. We had a really, really great time, and and some great ideas came out of that dinner as well.
But that was early on. That was pre your antics.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? In other words,
yes.
You were on sort of like on your best behavior.
Yeah. And look, this is a dinner. I mean, we're not going to Ringling Brothers. We're going to sit down, take out a knife and fork, put it in your mouth, talk a little bit, have a few laughs, and go home like gentlemen. That's the night.
Why did you suggest going out to get a couple dances afterwards?
Because we're men. There's nothing wrong with that.
I'm not saying there is. I just want to know what prompted you to, why suggest that?
Why not? Why not?
Well, I thought you were going to follow Howard's lead on the night. And Howard's not going to do that.
Well, you never know. You get a couple of drinks in you, all of a sudden you start thinking differently. The road to hell was paved with bad intentions, my friend, and bad intentions are created by alcohol.
I thought the road was paved with good intentions.
Oh, was it?
There's two roads.
Not Sal's.
Well, no, whatever the case. However it goes, we're paving a road to Rick's. That's all I know.
Hey, on Wednesday's wrap-up show, we talked about Robin's sex life, or lack thereof, and somebody posed the question, who would you rather bang, Lisa G or Robin? I picked Robin, personally, because she looks way more experienced than Lisa, and I have a feeling she could teach me some new things, but quite frankly, I don't think I am anywhere near man enough for her. I think she would laugh at me and kick me out of her bed. So, check it out.
We should start off with the news person of the show, Robin Quivers, and her many, apparently, or her current young love. And as you said, Garrett, it's sort of chipping away, and Robin is starting to give up more and more about what's going on with this guy.
It's a process. It is a process. It's like getting, a big piece of clay, and we're trying to develop it into the Michelangelo's David. But Howard's great at getting stuff. And Robin, listen, Robin's not stupid. She works in the show, and she realizes, as time goes on, she's sort of got to give it up. But as time goes on, the relationship becomes more interesting.
Now, she was in denial about some sex stuff, right, Jason? Like, what's the deal with that?
Well, Gary had brought up the point that she had said, multiple times on the air that she was looking to date a younger guy when she broke up with Mr. X. And, so we looked it up in the log, and there's certainly many occasions where she was talking about how she wanted, someone really young, someone inappropriately young. She'd flat out say, I want to bang someone inappropriately.
And Robin's
so now she's clinging to that.
She's playing this very wisely. She said, I said I want to date a young guy. I never said I wanted to bang a young guy.
What's the truth?
Well, but we just want to listen. Robin
is not looking to hold hands with a young dude. Okay, I mean, what's the point of hanging out with a 20-year-old dude? What, you want to get to know him? I don't think so.
Robin's, in the grand scheme of the young old thing, Robin's a relatively young woman. It's not like she's 80 and she's looking to have arm candy on her arm. She's fucking looking good, and she's still got needs. Whatever you want to call them.
All right, so those needs get fulfilled, let's say, or don't they get fulfilled? Like, does she keep coming back for more? Is that what's going on here?
Coming back for more why?
Well, being with whoever she is with now, or, she speculated on that a long time ago.
Robin clearly doesn't like to talk about her sex life.
Which is awesome.
Because, it took her like 7 months to admit that she slept with Jimmy Florentine, and I'm still not 100% sure if she admitted she slept with Jimmy Florentine.
I don't think she ever admitted that.
Yeah, so here's the deal. Robin is a beautiful, sexy woman. She is banging. She's not dating a guy and not banging, and I'll just leave it at that.
No, but I think that Robin probably is having relations with the guy, but she doesn't see it as banging. See, that's the difference.
What do you mean?
In other words, she's dating a gentleman that she's sleeping with, possibly making love with, but she's not banging a guy.
That was my term.
So you're just saying she doesn't call it banging, but
right.
I can believe she's not having intercourse with him yet.
This guy, yes. Possible, depending, because she said they've only been on 2 or 3 days.
Other guys know?
I'm saying that Robin is acting like she's a virgin. Not acting. She doesn't want to talk about her sex life. I believe that in the 2.5 years since she's been broken up with Mr. X, I'm sure she's had sex. I hope she's had sex. But she's just not talking about it.
See, that's what I like, the fact that Robin isn't willing to talk about her sex life. If Robin was one of those women, like if she came on and she wanted to give us every detail every time, it would get sort of boring quickly. I love that you got to pull it out of her, and I love that she doesn't want to just give it up.
I agree, but to a point, when she's dating Jim Florentine for 8 months and still won't admit she's having sex with him, it's just annoying. Look.
I look at Robin more like a sister. You know what I mean? And
she's everybody's sister.
No, I really do. I look at Robin like a sister.
But
such an asshole.
She's a sister, of course. That's a bad example.
Quiet. I look at Robin more like a sister, and while I do understand that my sister is grown and does have sex, I don't want to know every dirty detail, and I don't want to think my sister's a whore. So I love the way Robin handles it on the air.
I don't look at Robin as a sister, so I'd like to hear all the sexy details.
Are you into Robin?
Am I into Robin?
Yeah.
She's very attractive, and she's very sexual. Howard was talking on the other day that there's some chicks that even though they're pretty, they're not sexual. Robin is sexual. Like, Robin definitely has a sexual vibe from her. So when I look at her, I don't think of her as non-sexual like a sister. I look at her as a sexual person. Absolutely.
Have you ever fantasized about her?
No. That's the truth.
Never?
I tell you. No, never have.
Just don't say anything, Sal.
I've never fantasized
Jace, that's
about
hard
her.
to believe you're sexually attracted to her then.
Look, I'm not. No. I think you're missing my point. I'm not saying that I'm sitting here jonesing over Robin. What I'm saying is that she is a sexual person. I don't look at her like my sister. Doesn't mean I'm going home and jerking off to her either. I just think that she, especially now with her weight loss and her new outfits and everything, she's been looking very good. She's clearly a sexual being. And so, you know, Gary says he looks at her like a sister. When I don't have a sister, but I'm assuming you don't look at your sister in a sexual way at all.
Well, how do you look at your brother? You look at his brother
very sexual. Okay. I'm very into my brothers.
You got to say, when I started working with this whole gang, I mean, I was a little kid who lived at home with my mommy and daddy. And so that's how long I've known Robin. I'm not saying that I can't think about Robin that way. I just don't.
Right. I mean, like, and I like you a lot, Lisa G, but I don't look at Lisa as a sexual person.
Have you ever fantasized about Lisa?
No, I don't think so. No, the answer is no.
You mean, Gary, Robin has never grazed your mind
Never.
when you've been tossing one off?
No, I could really be honest. She
Even
never has.
accidentally, it doesn't like pop in. You decide not to do it.
No. I mean, it really just, it's a weird thing. I would tell you in a minute. Listen, I got in trouble once. I admitted to jerking off to an intern. I'll tell you any of that. But it just hasn't happened.
I don't think you like black women.
That is so not true.
I've never heard you discuss them. I don't think you're attracted to them.
I totally am.
Are you?
Listen, I don't have like like some people we know, like a
fetish?
Like a fetish, like where some guys are only. But there's many black women that I find very attractive.
Have you ever slept with a black woman?
No, I haven't, but it wasn't for lack of trying.
Benji,
I think black women aren't interested in me.
Have you fantasized about Robin?
I know I've had a sexual dream about her. I wrote it up once, like a real intricate sexual dream.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's popped in my head before.
What about Lisa G?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely have a couple weeks ago, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I just but anyone that's at all attractive, I mean, at some point they go through my head.
How about you, Sal?
What? Robin, absolutely. I would love to have crazy, wild, filthy, stretch-out sex with Robin.
Now, was this... wait. Before you get to Lisa, was this with Robin before you worked here, like when you were a listener, or once you met? Like, how did that work?
I would say both, And Lisa G, definitely. I would love to, just have crazy, wild-on, filthy, smelly sex with Lisa G.
Well, Jason says that Lisa really isn't sexual at all. Is that what appeals to you? That you can kind of
you're going to turn her into a whore.
Exactly.
No, that would be my fantasy. But let me ask you guys this, Gary, Robin or Lisa G. If you had to choose one to bang, who would it be?
Probably Lisa G.
And you, Benji?
If you're talking about for the show notoriety wise, Robin. But purely, I'm hungry for it, Lisa G.
Jason?
This is an interesting question because I think if I'm with Lisa G, I'm in charge, and if I'm with Robin, she's in charge. And
doesn't have to be that way.
I don't think I'd have a choice with Robin, at least. But I don't know if I'm man enough for Robin, so I'd go. Nah, you know what? Fuck it, I'll go Robin, dude. How about you? You know what? I don't want to have to. I've never been with an older, experienced woman, and not that Robin's older, but I have a feeling she's more experienced than Lisa.
Would you rather take care of Robin's cats or Lisa G?
But how about you,
Robin.
John? How about you?
What?
If you had to bang one, Lisa G or Robin?
Robin.
Really?
No doubt about it.
Wow.
John doesn't like G.
And Teddy?
Both at the same time.
No, see, for me, the reason why I pick Lisa is, again, Robin's like the sisterly thing, but I knew Lisa back in the day when not only did I want to, I may have even tried to fuck her.
Is there any chance you did?
No, I know I didn't. I remember I used to see her around at a lot of parties. This is like 20 years ago. We would just run into each other a lot, but she always gave up the good girl vibe, and I didn't have that kind of time.
I would love to crisscross her ankles over her neck with her ass back in the air, so she looks like a turtle bouncing up and down on the mattress.
On Thursday's wrap-up show, we talked about Richard earlier in the day was walking around with diapers, and on the wrap-up show, we found out why he's walking around with diapers and what he's going to do with them at the 𝗏𝗏 in Cambria concert. That's what we're going to find out. Is that what you want?
I can't miss
Has it been brought up
concert.
what Richard was walking around the hall with, and was that serious?
What do you mean?
I don't know what you're talking about.
In preparation for the concert?
Oh yeah.
I don't think it was brought up on the air.
Because I didn't know if it was a joke or serious. Richard was walking around with diapers today.
No, it's serious.
No, it's not.
Can you please?
Well, I mean, you guys
well,
laugh.
Hold on. First, let's set this up right. Benji, what did you see or hear?
I saw Richard in the hall with diapers, and I didn't know if he was joking around or he told me it was to get ready for the concert.
Was he wearing them or he
no? He had. I guess I don't know. He just had about 3 or 4 diapers.
All right, here's the deal. So, Howard TV has a big thing of diapers. That they have around here. I guess for bits and pranks.
You don't need to explain.
Okay, but I asked Joe Jordan if I could have like 3 of the diapers. Because I'm going to 3 more Coheed shows, and they're my favorite albums. The last 3 albums by them are my favorite albums by the band, and I'm gonna wear the diapers to the show because I don't want to miss anything.
And you guys did give him a lot of crap about doing it in his pants last time.
Yeah,
so
and it's totally not a bit. I literally am going to be drinking beer, and I don't want to leave to go to the bathroom. It's not a bit.
Can I suggest something slightly more hygienic? And I'm not kidding around. They make a thing, you see it advertised in sports magazines all the time. It's for guys who go to football games. It's basically like a condom that goes over your dick with a tube, and it goes into a bag that you tie around the bottom of your leg. And that way you're not soiling yourself.
Yeah, but the second somebody moshes into my bag and it explodes, I'm in trouble.
Would you shit in a diaper?
I would not shit in a diaper.
Why?
Did you wear it? That would be hard. I mean, I can try it on the air sometime if
Were
you
you
guys
wearing?
want.
Were you wearing a diaper when we went to see Rush?
No, because there's a few Rush songs that I could take or leave, and that gave me a chance to go to the restroom.
You should just wear one like all the time.
Right.
Think about how much more productive you'd be.
That's true. That's true. And it's funny. Howard said something on the air the other day about sometimes he's so busy that he doesn't have time to go take a piss.
Yet somehow he finds the time.
But I'm the same way. I'll hold a piss until I literally cannot hold it anymore, and then have to leave my office.
Do you know what percentage of the concert goers at a Cobra and Cambria concert would probably wear diapers?
I think I'm the only one. 0.0001.
Would you urinate more than once in the same diaper at that concert?
Probably, yeah. I even looked on the thing, and they're extra absorbent. So.
But Gary, you guys had a contest once where you guys peed in diapers. You peed once in it, and
it expands. It gets like a
super
rock.
Heavy.
Yeah,
right?
It gets super heavy. Listen, even if anybody who's had kids, you can pick up your kid who's wearing a diaper. If they peed in it, you could just tell it's heavy and gross.
You have like cargo pants or something like to adjust.
And you should get
I got tight diesel jeans on, so I don't know how it's gonna work.
What's that stuff called, John? Bomb-X. You should get Bomb-X so you don't get a rash between your legs.
bomb.
I always wanted to take. We talked about it as a bit. I always want to take you to like a McDonald's and change you on a changing table.
I would do that.
But now, are you going to do the other thing? Like number, I don't know which the numbers are. Number 2.
Oh no, they just
you don't know the difference.
That, yeah.
You don't know the difference between number 1 and number 2.
I always forget.
One's in the front and 2's in the back.
Right.
You're like that caller. He just asked that before.
Oh really?
But number 1, you can get away with. Without people noticing. I think if I was
a grown man
grunting and had a grimace on my face, people would know I'm shitting in my
But during
pants.
a big part of the concert, you could just when everyone's like, yeah!
Honey, the retarded redhead, it looks even more retarded.
Look with John High and Gary Dell'Abate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
Hey, it's Gary Dell'Abate, Baba Booey. On Monday's wrap-up show, we talked about having Wendy the retard on the show, the game we played with her that day. Some of the callers think we're being cruel to her. Some of the callers think that, we're just treating her like everybody else and giving her a life and having some fun with her. Here's how it went down.
How retarded do you think Wendy is?
Well, fairly.
But I mean, she seems aware of some stuff.
Yeah, like she functions well enough to know like when to eat and what to eat. So why doesn't she know enough to make sure her hands are clean? Like apparently she's even cooking food at times, right?
Absolutely.
So she's cooking food. How does she not know how to wipe her butt?
What was in that breakfast? Oh my God! And she won that game about blacks and Jews. She answered those questions very accurately.
But I want to go back to something a second. When you said that she said her mother changes her diaper.
Yeah.
Often or always?
That I don't know.
And my question is, does like her mother cut it down the side of the pair of scissors, or does Wendy get it on her back like a baby? That's got to be really weird.
Well, I was saying Wendy did win $500, and as a result, she'll be buying a deep fryer for her mother.
I like when she started giving the list of stuff they're going to deep fry. They're going to deep fry fish, potatoes, and all that stuff. But what was I also enjoyed today that the reason why Wendy's so fat is because she forgot how to grow.
Right, she's not growing up; she's growing wide.
She forgot how to grow taller.
Let's go to the phones. Ray in Jersey City, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, I got to be honest. I'm disgusted with the two of you. How you laugh at how Howard makes fun of retarded people. Makes me think back to when Gary the Retard came in for his birthday, and you goofed on him for 5 minutes, saying, "Hey, how are you? Hey, how you doing?" What the fuck is funny about goofing on a retarded person? I'll laugh about just about anything, but this is sick and evil.
So you didn't think that Howard was funny with Wendy today?
Listen, he was asking her a bunch of leading questions, making her out to be a racist. The same way you could get her to say that she got raped by Scott Greenstein or something. She'll say anything she's told. So why's he got to make her out to be a racist? I don't think she is.
We know she isn't a racist, and exactly what you said is the joke. And if you don't think that's funny, then you're probably not going to think most of the other stuff we do is funny.
No, that's not true.
You're pointing out the obvious.
Oh, I'm pointing out the obvious. I don't think it's so obvious to you. I think you're giving yourself a pass that, hey, Howard can make anything funny. Hey, how is it funny that you bring in a retarded guy on his birthday and get him to say hello for fucking 5 minutes? You tell me how that's funny, tough guy. Come on, tell me. Explain to me. Give me a course in what's fucking funny, because obviously I'm missing
all right,
out
you know what?
You're
Joe Pesci's boring me.
No, you know.
Now you're acting. You're acting like if you want to have a conversation. You're now reciting from Goodfellas.
This is called deflection, dude, because whenever you're on the ropes, you'll
just
never
talk to me.
concede a point. You'll never concede a point.
Ray, just talk to me.
When I'm talking to you.
Okay, Ray, don't do scenes from movies. Just let's have a conversation.
Okay.
You're up, Ray. You're up.
All right, now, you invite Gary the Retard for his birthday. He's excited to come in.
Right.
And you goof on him for 5 minutes, getting him to say hello repeatedly.
Right.
Explain to me how that's funny. How can I join in on the fun and realize that's funny?
I don't know how to explain it to you.
We should get Richard down here. Maybe he can explain it.
But I don't know how to explain it to you. I mean, it's either you see that it's funny or you don't.
All right. I guess. Okay.
By the way, do you not see that we have deep love and affection for these people as well?
No, that's your way of getting out of being despicable.
So you don't think we really like Wendy?
I'm not so sure that you like her that much. No, I've heard her call in. Look, for as much as times that you use her for the benefit of the show, when she calls up asking for some money, I think you cheap out on her. I'm glad you threw her $500 today, but a lot of times you'll just, it's like, God, she's greedy, or she should get a job, or she should figure it out herself. I mean, you recognize she's retarded. Why wouldn't she call you for money?
Don't know, Ray.
Let's go over to Nate in Pennsylvania. Nate, you're on the wrap-up show.
I don't agree with that guy at all, because I think the stuff you guys do with Gary and Wendy and all them guys are friggin' hilarious. But I was wondering, if any of you guys had a child that was in the sort of the same condition as Gary, Wendy, mentally disabled, would you let them participate in the show in the same way that you let the other people do it?
It's hard to say. You know what? I don't know what it's like to be in that situation. I can tell you that when I deal with Wendy's mother, I think that Wendy's mother, understands that we're goofing around with her, no doubt. But I think there's also a feeling that it makes Wendy more part of the group and just makes her happier to be on the show. So I don't know what, I can't answer that question.
Well,
because I'd have to be there.
I sort of look at it the way you do, because I think you guys are actually doing something positive for these guys. I mean, if they weren't participating in the Howard Stern show and getting any kind of recognition there, what would they be doing? Wendy would be collecting cans and nobody would care.
I think I told the story once before, and it'll sound like to some people a huge rationalization. But I remember when we were at NBC, we had a 19-year-old kid on who was paraplegic or quadriplegic, and he called the show, and then he said that he was quadriplegic, and Howard said, "You're bumming everybody out. From now on, you have to refer to yourself as the guy who likes to sit a lot, because quadriplegic just bumps people out." So we ended up having him on the show, and Howard just treated him like everybody else. He goofed on him, he goofed with him, and when he was done, his mother came up to me, and she was so happy, and she said, "You know what? Everybody always walks on eggshells around him. Howard treated him like he was one of the gang." And he loves that. So I sort of sometimes take that into account when we're dealing with some of these people. Maybe they just want to be treated like everyone else.
Well, that's exactly my point. I mean, somebody who can't walk, I think they take more offense to somebody, asking them if they need to do something for them all the time, as opposed to just treat them like somebody else. If you treat normal people the same, or if you treat normal people at a sort of a higher than you do somebody who's handicapped in some way, they sort of feel more handicapped, and I think it's great. Like I said, I think it's great what you guys do with these guys, and nobody else would be paying attention to them if they weren't doing what they're doing on the show. And I hope the guy that called in earlier can sort of realize that point.
I agree.
But you guys are doing great. Keep up whatever you guys are doing back in the back area, because all the ideas you come up with that make it on the air are awesome. You guys have a happy holiday, and however you celebrate it. All right. Bye.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, Nate. Another thing when Wendy was on, I thought a great question Howard posed was, who would you rather be, Wendy's mom or Sour Shoes' dad, or who would you rather have as your kid?
I said I thought it was easy. Sour Shoes is, listen, Sour Shoes has a part-time job. He goes to a part-time job, and if he were ever left alone, he could function on his own. Now, Jim McClure said to me, he goes, "You kidding? We booked the guy to do a show. He shows up on rollerblades with 2 baseball gloves on." I was like, "Yeah, but if he goes home and the door's locked and he can't get in, he takes the blades off, he takes the gloves off, and he figures out how to get a fucking job." I don't know that Wendy has that capacity.
Also, remember the sound that will be coming out of your house every day if Sour Shoes lived there.
Yeah, but I think that maybe I'm crazy. Maybe it's just something they have sort of learned to live with. But I would, pull the plug on that thing and go, you could play your Casio from 9 to 10 a.m. while I'm at work, and from, and not after 6 p.m. I mean, you've got to make some rules.
Hey everybody, it's Sal, and on Tuesday's wrap-up show we discussed how I found a bottle of cologne while wrapping my children's gifts, and my wife said it was for my child. My child's 7 years old, so I don't know what the fuck's going on. Howard thinks it could be for 143. Believe it or not, I tend to believe my wife. Check it out, you be the judge. Merry Christmas.
Let's talk to 8-Ball in Memphis. 8-Ball, you're on the wrap-up show.
Yo, what's going on, fellas?
What's up, 8-Ball?
Yo, I wanted to talk about Sal and this whole cologne situation.
Okay.
Now, listen, you don't buy a child that age cologne for Christmas. That's the last thing on their Christmas list. You know what I mean?
I do.
And even
8-Ball, I'm so with you.
What's that?
I'm so with you on that. I don't think that...
Have your sons ever asked for cologne for the holidays?
No, but my sons aren't named Antonio and Rocco either.
And even if you do decide to buy them cologne, you buy maybe one bottle and split that between the both of them. You know what I mean? You don't buy 2.
Right. Well, the whole joke is she didn't buy 2. She didn't buy 2. She bought 1. But she said, "Is that what I'm getting out of this?"
Yeah. Well, that's Sal says he only saw 1 bottle.
And Sal, if you hear this, you should come down and Sal's coming down to explain this. But go ahead, Ben.
Hey, yo, Barry.
Yeah.
I got a question for you, man. I always wanted to ask you. Like, if you at the house just fiddle fucking around, do you ever find yourself singing any of the Baba Booey songs?
Yeah, once in a while I do. I don't find myself in my head, but like that guy called yesterday, talks about how they're playing that song at the Carmina at the Jet game. I hear that, and that's when I hear
I would imagine you can't watch Star Wars the
Star
same
Wars,
way.
exactly.
Yeah.
The Star Wars thing. Exactly.
All right, 8-Ball, thank you for your call. Sal Governale now joining us on the wrap-up show. Always a pleasure to have Sal.
Happy holidays, boys. Happy holidays.
So we were confused by the cologne, because you told that cologne story. Did she buy one bottle or two bottles? And she said it was for your oldest son, correct?
Yeah, I was going through the gifts. I pulled out one bottle. And I said, hey, looks like one of my gifts got caught up in this pile.
Well, let me ask you a question. Sal, do you wear cologne?
Yes.
And what do you wear?
I wear Fierce by Abercrombie and Fitch. I can't really say.
Okay, but
right?
I don't know, but is
Fierce.
What was the one that was bought?
It didn't have something on the front. It was a different brand. It was Abercrombie.
But it was Abercrombie and Fitch.
But it wasn't Fierce. I know Fierce.
Right. So there is a small chance that your wife went to Abercrombie and Fitch and bought a cologne for you that you don't usually use, that she may have thought that she wanted you to use, and you accidentally found it while wrapping the gifts, and she said it was for your son.
I hope so, because...
And then a unicorn showed up.
With Bigfoot on the Loch Ness Monster.
No, I'm just saying, that was Robin's theory.
So what do you hope?
Well, first of all, who cares about Robin's theory? She's out of her mind these days. Secondly, what I do hope is that it is for me, because... I don't hope, obviously, I don't think it's for 143, number one. But secondly, I don't want my kids going to school smelling like a bunch of, Tony Montanas. You know what I mean?
Have your kids worn cologne before?
Never.
So she's introducing them to cologne?
I can't even breathe.
Jeez, are you all right?
I can't understand the concept of my wife introducing a 7-year-old and 9-year-old child to cologne. I mean, what are they doing? Getting fucking lap dances on the playground?
The best was I said to Sal, what age is it appropriate to start wearing cologne? He goes, 15, 16.
Do they even wear deodorant yet?
Yeah, they're very clean. I mean, they shower every day,
but they don't use deodorant.
Not deodorant, no. They brush their teeth in the morning and at night. But cologne was such an odd thing,
But Sal, when your wife said she bought it for both kids, but there was only one bottle, did you ask where the other bottle?
No, and didn't occur to me until today. But the thing that really pissed me off is that I go, you bought this for Antonio? And I flip it over immediately to look for the price. And it's just $30. But now I'm thinking, she's shelling out $60. I'm eating waffles sometimes for dinner. She's shelling out $60 for cologne for kids. I mean, what's the point of that?
Well, one of our callers, 8-Ball, just made the point too. Like, why does each kid need their own bottle? Those things will go a long way. Maybe they could have shared a bottle.
Yeah, they could share one.
I don't know, but I do believe that. Look, in my opinion, the whole emotional friend thing is over, in my opinion, but I don't get this whole cologne thing. I'm hoping it's for me. I don't know.
All right, so Christmas Day under the tree, you're going to see a box. Some cologne.
Do the kids wear gold chains? Do they comb their chest hair?
Yeah, they do, actually, and they wear those shiny white Keds, and we're buying them some white sweat jackets,
Adidas jackets, Adidas pants.
Absolutely, the Snow White ones with the black stripes.
What was Christine's explanation?
Without missing a beat, I bought it for Antonio, and I go, I just didn't get. It just doesn't make sense. I go, you're buying cologne for Antonio, and then when she said and Aiden, I go, there's 7 and 9. I go, I could have taken $60, bought 2 fucking games for the Nintendo Wii. They would have loved it. I would have loved it. I mean, that's what makes a happy family. You're giving these kids cologne, and then it brought me back to my dad was a player, so every time there's something weird like this, and like you bring up 143, like immediately goes to my father, and I can make an association to my dad. My dad did just the opposite. When we were children, my dad would have in his Cadillac, he had the Cadillac Eldorados, he would have 2 or 3 bottles of Charlie perfume. Mm-hmm. Now, Charlie it's woman's perfume, but I didn't know that as a kid. My dad would constantly, he would go into the stationery store, going to buy some paper towels, spray himself up with Charlie and leave, and come home at 2 or 3 in the morning. And he loved Charlie. And I don't know, I guess my mom's off the boat. She didn't put 2 and 2 together either, but he said that was his favorite thing, Charlie, woman's perfume. But we've later found out that the woman he was shagging would wear Charlie, so he would never get busted.
His point being that he smelled like a girl to his mother, so when he came home smelling of a woman, it didn't seem odd.
Right, exactly.
That was actually Fred's sort of joke theory today, that maybe she is getting it for you and for him, So when she comes home,
right? But she never smells like me. She's like 6 feet away from me in the bed. So I don't know if that's gonna, more or less. But it was weird that my dad actually went to the extent of smelling like a homo to get pussy.
On Wednesday's wrap-up show, we discussed how I overslept and was late to the show, and a lot of people thought it was because of my water fast for Bubba, which made me oversleep. But I don't think that's what happened. I think I just overslept.
How difficult is it to track down Benji once you realize he's missing?
Okay, for starters, I know he's got a phone number, but I know Benji never answered. Like, I've never called Benji and it rings and it goes, "Oh, hello, this is Benji." It always goes to voicemail. I don't think he answers his phone. He claims he turns off the ringer, but I think he's got phones that go. I think he's one of those guys that goes directly to voicemail and then listens to it and decides whether he's going to call you back or not.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the first issue. Second issue is in our computer, we don't have Benji's address because Benji doesn't like to give people's address. So finally, Tracy had it in an email because we had to send something to his apartment. We have a post office box for him. So I got slowed down an extra 10 minutes to send news over there because I didn't know where Benji lived.
And so the news, by the time news got to his place,
they missed him by a minute. Had I actually had Benji's address in my database, they'd have been over there and caught him coming out the door.
Why is Benji's address such a secret?
Why is Benji's age a secret? Has Benji ever answered a question yes or no?
No.
That's what that's just the way he is.
Fair point. Now, he broke his fast in support of Bubba, and apparently he's eating seaweed.
I thought yesterday was tomatoes.
Well, yeah, that was yesterday, but last night it was seaweed, and some people think Benji does this stuff for attention, but he's become sort of the boy who cries wolf. How do you know when it's a bit versus him just being himself?
He's doing this for attention under the guise of a comedic bit with the hopeful end game of maybe losing a couple of pounds. And that's what this is all about.
And how do you think it will end up?
It's not that funny, and he's getting bigger.
Now, he claims he smells fresh because he showers and changes, but that Penn State shirt, that inside-out Penn State shirt, has been a staple for many months.
Yeah, I gave that to him for Christmas 2 years ago. It hasn't come off yet. I gave him also a pair of Penn State sweats to go with it. But, yeah, I mean, the whole notion of I wear the same shirt every day, but I put a different shirt on underneath is ridiculous. And he doesn't wash it.
And how?
In fact, I'd like to hear about Benji's laundry. Like, I wonder what goes on with his laundry. I'm assuming if he does laundry in any way at all, it must only be underwear and socks.
Well, we'll ask him when he gets down here. But, Teddy, hit clip number 1. This is Howard explaining to Benji how he needs to sort of get things together, and then Artie gets a little bit of shrapnel as well.
Stop with the fast. It's silly and it's immature, and you're doing the wrong thing with your body and with your life.
You're very funny, Howard, because that's like telling Artie to take just a responsible amount of heroin.
Well, you want to know something?
How did I get
I mean, here's the thing.
Just, make it so you can go to work
I could
every
tell
day.
Artie how to live his life, and you know what? Benji would listen and say, that sounds very reasonable. That's good advice. But then when I tell Benji how to live his life, he looks at me like I'm insane.
No, listen. I respect you. You've struggled with weight at times, and
That's right.
and you've conquered it.
Of course,
and
I conquered it
conquered
because first of all, I'm the master of me. Of course, I conquer it because I don't fail.
See, but
you are
fail,
thinking.
though.
Yes, you guys are thinking like losers.
Well,
don't you want to be winners?
Now, do you think Benji and Artie think like losers?
Well, I don't think anybody could think the winning way Howard does.
What do you mean?
He just has. There's no room for error when Howard talks that way. There's his way or no other way. And anybody who doesn't think the way he thinks is a loser.
So Howard just applied himself to getting in shape and losing weight, and bang, he did it.
And for him, it works. Now, having said that, it's hard to look at Benji and Artie and say that they're winners in any sort of weight loss thing.
That's true.
But Howard, I understand where Benji's coming from. Howard has no sympathy and doesn't understand. But Howard will say like, autism. Just fucking thinks. Cut it out. Like he thinks everything can be fixed by just doing it correctly.
How you doing this morning, Benj?
Hey, man, how you doing?
Doing okay.
Yeah, I do respect people that have maintained a great weight for all their lives, or for most of their lives. Howard has, my father has. I know a lot of people that have, and they're the real diet experts, I think. Because
they've kept it off?
They're the diet experts on what works for them.
That's right. But if I did eat exactly what Howard ate, I probably would be in great shape.
Well, were you honored when Howard said that you're savable but Artie isn't?
No. I mean, that's nice. I mean, I'm sure it could be reversed, in a moment.
Now, what was going on with you this morning? You said you overslept, right?
I woke up and I did one of those. I always start every morning. This sounds silly, but I start with those. Like I say, like either 5 things I feel grateful for, or 5 things I'm looking forward to for the day. That's how I start my every morning.
What time? You really do that?
Yeah, I really do.
What time do you wake up?
I think I had the alarm went off like around 5:25 this morning.
And what were if I can ask, what were the 5 things for today?
I think what happened was I got to like number 3 and I just fell asleep because I did one of those. I'll just sleep for another minute and then.
But on a general day, like what would have been the 5 for today?
I always feel real grateful that I have both my parents around. Like there's usually something about Sheila, that I have an apartment. I felt something about the job sometimes.
Did you used to wake up at midnight so you felt sort of refreshed when you came in?
I used to. Oh God, yeah. My schedule's all effed up now.
Okay, so you fell back asleep after the 3rd thing.
Yeah,
and when you pop up and.
I popped up and it sucked. It's just like it's just a horrible, scary feeling.
What did you expect when you came?
It just pretty much like something like what happened.
I actually thought it was better. If I were you, what happened today would have been better than what I would have expected. You really didn't get a shit on that bad,
right? Because I don't think this is the kind of thing that Howard. If it happened all the time, he'd get mad. But this is not. This is a lot different than being late.
I think being a minute late irritates the shit out of Howard. I think this doesn't happen often to Benji, and oversleeping. Everyone gets like a free pass, 1 per 3 years or something. It just happens.
Well, Benji also immediately said, I overslept. Like there was no story or anything else. Right. He just kind of came clean right up front. And then he talked about eating seaweed?
Yeah. I'm still on the hunger water fast for Bubba, so I want to make that clear. I don't want to... But if anyone's with me, we're still doing it.
But you've had a couple of missteps.
No, not missteps. This is... I've said this on the thing. I'm following instructions from Bubba 100%. If he tells me to eat something, I'm going to eat something.
Have you been in touch with Bubba?
I through visions, which you get when you fast. Right. He's instructing.
Here we go.
Can I ask Benji a different question?
The laundry one, sure.
No, this isn't even the laundry one too.
Laundry.
Well, I do have 2 questions for you then. So when you do your laundry, how often do you do your laundry?
Once. Well, actually, I have about 50 boxers and 50 T-shirts, all the same. Like all this exact, same color, same everything. So he's
like Run DMC. He's got a T-shirt and a hat.
It's about every 2 weeks I have to do it.
And what would you say is the bulk of what's in your laundry? Is it almost all underwear and socks and little else?
Yeah, all black shirts, all black or blue boxers, and all socks.
How many?
And then occasionally like a sheets, that kind of thing.
How often would you say you wash the jersey you're wearing?
Yeah.
I just did it the last time I washed it. Last time I did my wash.
Right. So how long had it been before that?
I don't know.
3 months, 4 months?
I may have never washed it before. But
and why do you wear it inside out?
It's just because I used to love it. I love Penn State, and it was fun, but it's just too. I get sick of labels, and it's just too busy, like with all the labels and stuff.
It's a label. It's just one you can barely read now. You know what I mean? And the stitching inside out. It's just so. It's like a neon sign that says "Notice me." I'm wearing my shirt inside out.
Crisscross. So the rest of your morning went okay. No ramifications. Nobody gave you any shit.
Well, no. I mean, it's no. It wasn't that big of a thing.
Now I got another question for you. I know that when you're in there, it's hard to answer honestly because you don't want to say the wrong thing and get yelled at. But how do you feel about the allegation that Howard made that you've carved out a place for yourself here for a guy who could sort of come and go as he pleases, more or less, and can dress any way that he wants, and that once this ends and you go to look for a job, your dress and your attitude is going to have to change if you want to work?
Well, I think that's true for anyone. I mean, and I wouldn't work at a job that I didn't want to conform to. I think if I wanted to conform to a certain thing, I easily could, but it's not my style. I don't want to. I don't want to be in. I think insurance salesmen probably do a great job. That's not what I want to do.
Yeah, but even within the entertainment industry, how we're saying, even if you want to be a writer at SNL, there's probably more of a schedule you need to be on, and probably like, would you show up to an interview with Lorne Michaels in that outfit?
No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't show up to an interview with anyone in this outfit.
Are you trying to be like Artie in a way?
What do you mean? Like,
no, because I mean they were making comparisons before you were here today. You know, you're a little overweight. You sort of don't care about your appearance, that sort of thing.
Yeah, and it's been a plan for like 30 years now.
In all fairness, Benji was doing Artie before Artie worked here.
Yeah, that's true.
On Thursday's wrap-up show, it was all about the tombstone. Ted from Howard TV got Howard as Secret Santa, and he thought getting him a granite tombstone was a good idea, and found out, well, I guess his name's Tombstone Ted now, so that tells you how well that went.
We should lead off with Secret Santa, which is always a crazy day here on the show. And I guess we all learned what not to get Howard for the holidays.
It only takes one gift for this bit to work, right? It only takes one.
And
it was
Ted, what's his name?
Ted.
Hit a home run.
Home run. And you know, it's funny because Artie grabbed me during a break, and Artie goes, we were talking about what a weird gift it was, and Artie goes, I don't think the guy did it in any malicious way. And I said, that's why it's such a great bit.
Yeah, but no, you know why I said that was I was trying to defend him because people were starting to sound like they really hated him personally. Like, that's when the gift is bad. People go, no, I wanted to throw him out of here. And I was like, well, it doesn't mean he's a shithead, but it is an extraordinarily ridiculous thing to do.
And I mean, at least somewhere somebody can use wind chimes. You know what I mean? Yeah. But the other thing is
Howard could use this. I just don't think he wants to use it anytime soon.
Yeah, and the other thing that's just so fucked up is that, everybody really did do their part. And I felt so bad of making him think that it was a great gift. Like, nobody blew the whistle on, are you out of your fucking mind?
How could you?
You couldn't.
I mean, just the idea itself. And you could tell, Teddy, hit clip number 1. You could tell Howard was definitely creeped out by this.
Okay, you're going to unveil it? Go ahead.
Oh, my God.
What is that?
Oh, my God.
It's a gravestone?
It's a
It's a 350-pound black marble, hand-engraved tombstone.
You don't have one of those.
I do not have that. And it says 1954, of course, we don't know when I'm going to die.
Yeah,
Why would you get me that? I mean, I'm not
I know you don't have
disparaging.
it.
Is that freaking
I know
you out?
you're into the kind of like gothic themed stuff.
Right.
It also kind of, after coming up with a bunch of ideas, this is the one that stuck out the most.
Right.
And worked.
And worked
And
for who?
I worked out a deal with a guy that, when the time comes, he'll finish it off. I have his card. I'll give you after.
Please give that to me. Wow. Well, isn't that nice?
He was shaking, Garrett.
Yeah, no, I know. Who?
Howard.
Oh.
I'm not talking about Ted. I'm talking about Howard. He definitely was creeped out by it, as he said so. And that was after proclaiming that he wasn't going to say a bad word about whatever he gets for the remainder of the show.
Well, it's so great because Howard said, we have our own show going in the back office. So Howard says, I am not going to disparage this guy's gift. And I said, for how long? And he said, the whole show. And John Hein just wheels back in his chair and he goes, I give him 30 seconds. And I said, we're staying in the office 30 seconds. And I think it was about that amount of time. But the other thing, Artie pointed out on the show today, which is right, like, of all the words I would use to describe Howard, I don't know that gothic is in the top 100 of them.
Ralph made a good point when trying to describe this too. Somebody misread Howard again, who was a fan, and he hated it. And Ralph used an example. It's like the fan who gets Howard a cake shaped like a penis,
right,
and thinks he's going to love it. I thought that was a great example Ralph made, because getting to know Howard, I mean, look, as a fan, I think I was bright enough to know that's not the guy, and people I think put him in the same category sometimes as Marilyn Manson, dark and gothic, and no, that's not. He's not.
If you listen to for any period of time, you know that gothic is not what he is,
right? And that was a bad call, the gothic.
But I thought that Howard was being sort of not honest today when he said, why does everybody buy me hardcover comic book books? Well, people think I read comic books, but he talks about that he reads comics a lot.
Absolutely, yeah.
But in Howard's defense, he said for the past couple of years, I have so much comic book shit, I don't need it. Get me a nice. He said every year, he says, get me a nice pen. Like, that's what I want, a nice pen.
I know, but he wasn't saying I have so many of these I don't need them. He says, I think he's trying to act like he doesn't read comic books anymore. But he did do a whole bit on the air where he talked about when he goes on vacation, he puts the comic book inside a smart book.
Yeah, that's misleading somebody, absolutely. But the gothic stuff, you got to listen just a little bit to know he's not a gothic guy.
Well, Ted from Howard TV just stopped by, and Ted, you've caught a lot of crap for the gift you gave, but you weren't trying to make a joke or anything. Like, that was a sincere gift from you, right?
Very sincere. So I was mainly thinking of something that he didn't have.
Clearly, he didn't have that.
But didn't you think that for that particular thing, that certainly at some point someone was going to buy it for him? Like after he's dead?
Yeah, I mean, eventually, but I mean, I beat him to it.
Let me ask you a question. Did anybody give you any indication along the way, the people that you consider your friends, that this might not go over so big?
It was mainly, most people I talked to were like, you know what, that's awesome, do it. No one would ever expect that. A few people did, but not really. I had other ideas that I really wanted to do.
What were your other ideas?
I tried to book Kathie Lee Gifford. I emailed her.
So have I, by the way.
Then she was too busy this holiday season.
How'd you do that?
I looked up her publicist, did a little research, wrote a really long email.
Yeah, you know what? In all fair, I love you, but how funny would it have been if you booked Kathie Lee Gifford?
What else, Ted?
I tried. I know he likes the restaurant Pump.
Right.
I was going to call them and try. I know he gets like a specific sandwich. Try and get that named like the Howard Stern. You know, that wasn't that good of an idea.
Yeah, he wouldn't like that either.
Yeah.
He would like that if you did that at a restaurant he doesn't go to.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Well, and Artie has found out repeatedly with his Neil Young gift, Howard is not the easiest guy to get a gift for.
Well, by the way, that was a huge insult to Artie today. That was completely unnecessary.
That he took the picture off the wall?
The interior designer put up, so after all this disrespect the picture gets, Howard's interior designer takes it out of a pile of whatever's in Howard's, warehouse, and he goes, "This is where this picture should be." And Howard said, "No, it's not."
Yeah, but it validates Artie in a way.
How? Well, it does, but it doesn't.
Well,
it validates
why?
Artie
Because the interior designer thinks it looks good, and Howard
now
doesn't take it down.
It validates it that the interior designer likes it, but it makes me realize that how much Howard really hates it.
Right.
Like a decorator who Howard put his trust into couldn't even talk him into it.
So, Ted, how heavy was that thing?
Weighs 350 pounds.
So how'd you get it up here?
I get up here every day. What the fuck?
I rented a panel van, picked it up in Jersey City. 2 big guys helped me lift it into the back of the panel van. I had a hand truck. I drove it down to the basement of Sirius. And I had a couple guys from Howard TV, like Joe, Brian Fallon, Chris Costa. They all helped me. We team lifted it and brought it in.
You didn't put it on a hand truck?
Well, no, yeah. We did that. But to get it off the hand truck is the hard part.
Right.
Because it's so low.
So now, after the day is done, you've had time to reflect, you got your emails, you got your phone calls. How are you feeling right now?
I think it was a smart move. Wouldn't take it back.
I think what you should do is you should have just left the hand truck and taken the gravestone away.
So you're glad? I mean, Howard first gave you the thanks, and then it didn't take long before he was laying into you.
Once he said, I'm not going to be negative this year, but in my head I was like, what is he going to say? And then he eventually got negative. But
see, here's the greatest part of this whole thing. So I said to Howard, Howard's like, he doesn't know what to do with it. Obviously, he's not taking it home. And then we talked about maybe donate. Somebody said you should donate it to charity. So I went to Howard during a break. I said, should you decide to do that, if you could donate it to Lifebeat, I'll get it up on eBay and sell it or whatever. And he just sort of brushed it off. And so Howard left, and that thing's in the studio where it will sit for the next 2 weeks. And Howard's going to come back on January 5th, and it'll still be there.
No, it's gone. It's already gone.
No, it's not.
I put it on a hand truck.
Did you?
Yeah.
And where is it?
It's sitting there now.
Can you re-gift that?
Well, it's funny.
You know what? You should give that to Imus.
Lifebeat's a good suggestion, Gab, because there's nothing age people like seeing more than a gravestone from that generation. I'm sure these people who've lost relatives have seen 1954 to 1983, 1980. But how much money could you get?
Well, my idea was to auction it off to a fan who would then give the money to Lifebeat.
Oh, okay.
It's not like we're going to put it in the office.
That's so funny. I know this is the exact time in history that people started dying from this, but maybe we could do something with it, put it in the coffee room. How much do you think you could get? See, I think it's kind of a cool, weird thing, like the Beetlejuice bust to leave in the studio.
Okay,
but
here's
if it's going to bum him out, then forget it.
Here's the deal. It's one of a kind.
Yeah.
It's been documented on the air that it was in Howard's possession.
Right.
So that makes it valuable. Howard did a whole bit about it on the radio, which will turn into a TV show about it. So somebody who's
the stone itself is worth like what, $5,000?
He never told me the true value, but
I mean, really, when
it's
you
worth
say
more,
when you say it's worth that, once it's been written on, is it really worth anything?
Yeah,
it's probably worth more.
No,
it's worth more.
I'm saying it's one of a kind. So I see a fan of the show being totally interested in owning that.
What do we have to compare it to? Do we know anything like that's been on the show that's sold?
What about the painting he tore up?
Did that sell?
No, because we never sold that, but we don't know what that was worth.
No, but
that was a Christmas gift from one of our interns who ended up working for Howard.
Mike Coppola.
It was so embarrassing. I mean, when Howard ran the knife through that might have been the cruelest thing ever in the history of the show.
You know, I think he sold that. I think he actually put it on eBay. Didn't
Howard?
He? No, Coppola. I think he sold that and got like hundreds and hundreds of dollars for it.
I thought it would have been funny to leave it in the studio, but honestly, Ted, you don't want that because on a slow day, he'll glance over there and you'll have 30 minutes of hell every once in a while, every couple of months.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. How you doing, man?
I feel good.
So what brings you down to the show today? You got a new album coming out?
Yeah, I got a new album coming out, and mostly I just want to hang out, man. I'm a huge fan of this show.
Yeah, you excited?
Unbelievable. I'm a really big fan of this show. I know everything about it. And for the last 4 years, I got diagnosed with leukemia in 2005. So all I've done, besides like trying to live, is stay home and watch Howard TV.
That's awesome.
I mean, I don't watch anything else. Cool. So I know everything, man. I'm down with like the whole Artie and the heroin thing, and I just know everything.
Awesome. This must be real exciting for you then.
It's amazing. I mean, I can't believe I'm here. I see this on TV all the time, and I just can't believe it. I mean, I'm here to promote an album in my foundation for leukemia, but mostly I just want to hang out.
Cool, man.
I didn't even sleep last night.
All right, man. Well, have fun in there. Have fun in there today.
I will. Thank you.
All right, anyway, this guy's name is Rich Cronin. You might remember his hit song with LFO. He had a huge hit. I remember this song, Summer Girl.
All right, you remember this?
Sure, you do too. How old were you when you were in a boy? How you doing, man?
Hi, how you doing?
Hey, good to meet you.
I'm, when I was in the boy band?
Yeah. How'd you get in a boy band?
Well, first of all, when that song blew up, I was 24 years old.
Right.
So you were pretty old
for
in
a
the boy band.
Yeah, I was pretty old.
You were no boy.
No, I wasn't.
That old boy over there.
Here's a tissue.
Sorry.
He's snotting all over the place.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, calm down.
When that came out, I was 24 years old.
24? And how old were you when you got discovered for the boy band?
20.
Yeah. And what do you have to do? You have to audition and stuff? You have to, like...
No. Actually, sorry. I'm from Boston.
Yeah.
And
I know, we could tell.
Sorry.
That's good.
No, I think the accent. I'm sorry.
One of my friends and I, for some reason, he went on tour with the Backstreet Boys,
right?
Who were nothing,
right.
And he was always talking about, we got to get with this guy Lou Pearlman.
Right, Lou was this guy. There was this guy Lou Pearlman who was this incredible producer, if you will.
Well, what happened with Lou? Because I knew Lou. Lou used to own Blimps or something. I don't know how he knew about the music business, but after New Kids on the Block, he just got this idea to put together a boy band.
I mean, he had a lot of bands. He had, what was Justin Timberlake's band?
Yeah.
He had NSYNC, he had Backstreet Boys.
He had, my group, we sold
LFO.
4 or 5 million records.
And E-Town.
O-Town.
O-Town, whatever it was called.
He never thought it was going to blow up. And then when the Backstreet Boys blew up and NSYNC blew up, and then, we started to blow up, not as big as them, but we blew up. He bought a fucking house that was incredible. It wasn't even a house, it was a hotel.
Right.
On this incredible lake. He started buying Bentleys. He had a $250,000 Rolex with diamonds all over it. Meanwhile, he's stealing all my money, everyone's money.
Yeah, so
we all knew it.
You never got paid?
I didn't get paid anywhere near what I should have.
Really?
Nothing.
Well, and didn't your parents or somebody step in, or your accountant go, hey, wait a second, we're not getting paid?
We were always on TRL.
Right.
We were always, starting to sell a lot of records.
Yeah.
And I started to say, well, where's the money?
Right.
And it was like, It was just nuts, man. The guy was such a creep. And
Did you make
I know
enough
the
money?
Backstreet Boys had to sort of legally get away from him because he was,
Yeah,
you know,
so did
the
NSYNC.
contracts were so ridiculous.
And Sync had to leave. Everyone left him.
Did you end up making any money?
Yeah.
Did you become a millionaire?
No.
Not a millionaire.
And I should have made like at least $2 million, $3 million.
Wow. Right.
Easy. But
Yeah.
see, here's what it was. I wrote all those songs for LFO.
Right.
I wrote like Summer Girls and all of them.
Right, so that's your publishing and all that.
Yeah. So when that song blew up, I thought, well, wow, I'm gonna get a publishing deal now.
Right.
He offered me $20,000 for my publishing.
Oh my God! Did you take it?
Well, I was thinking about taking it. I was
Yeah.
like, holy, I never had $20,000. You know, I
Right.
never had any money.
In one lump sum, yeah.
No, never. I was excited.
Oh, he's a real Colonel Tom type. Yeah.
And now so one of my friends said, "Are you going to take $20,000?" I said, "Yeah, it's a great deal." He goes, "You could make a deal for $500,000 tomorrow."
Right, just on that song.
So he schooled me to this publishing thing. So I was like, I got to do this.
Thank God
And,
you didn't sign away your publishing.
No. So I started saying, "Hey, let's get some publishing deals." So I put a lawyer out there.
Yeah.
Next thing I know, the lawyer's like, "Oh, I can get you a publishing deal. I can get you $750,000."
Right.
Next thing you know, another song came out called "Girl on TV," went top 5, and now I can get like close to $1 million.
Right.
Next thing I know, he comes back to me and goes, "Rich, your publishing has been sold."
Oh,
So what do you
wow.
mean?
What
He
do you
says,
mean?
"Yeah, Lou sold your publishing for $1.2 million to 𝗧𝗵𝗲 𝗦𝘁𝗲."
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
So
he could do that without your signature or anything?
When I first signed the contract with him,
yeah.
I signed it away.
That's
Wow.
what that's what I'm saying about those contracts he had people signing. They were crazy.
Yeah.
He owned everything.
You must have nightmares about this.
I had to go through lots of therapy.
Right.
I went crazy. I mean, I wrote some big songs, and
You must have some good therapy because
No, I don't.
You're still here.
Yeah.
I know. I went crazy.
Wow.
I mean, the guy was awful. But
Oh, that's awful.
besides all this money stuff, the guy was he was really a creepy guy, man. Like, you know,
I met him once. I had him on the show once with some band.
You did?
Yeah.
That was O-Town when they were
O-Town,
being
yeah.
put
Oh, yeah.
on MTV. He came in here with the band.
when I got a hit song, the song went #1.
Right.
He bought me a Navigator in 5 minutes. He's like, walked in. He goes, "Yeah, you got a Navigator now."
Yeah, of course, because he was busy stealing your publishing.
He stole my publishing. He charged me for the Navigator. The guy's a fucking asshole.
I got your Navigator, but you're gonna pay
That's
for it.
right. I just
Oh, he
bought
didn't
your
tell me that,
car
though.
Yeah, right.
that
Oh,
you
no.
have to pay for.
You thought it was a gift.
Yeah, about 6-7 months later, I found out he's fucking charging me for this
Oh
thing.
my God.
The guy's awful.
Yeah, you know
but-
what, dude? I'd rather have my money and I'll go buy my own Navigator.
I'll just decide what kind of car I want.
Yeah.
Well, I said, I want to get a Navigator. He said, well, let's go get it.
It wasn't all bad though. You got to date Jennifer Love Hewitt. You went out with her for a long time, right?
Yeah, 2 years.
You banged her for 2 years.
Yeah.
And
She's
you
hot.
had some hit records.
Yeah.
Who took the hit?
She's hot.
She is hot.
How'd you get her?
I met her at the Blockbuster Awards.
Oh, no kidding.
And I wasn't, we weren't really mega successful, but we
Right.
still had 3 big hits.
Right.
And at this point, we had no hits.
Right.
I was just there.
And she wants to be a rock star too, doesn't she?
She wants to be a singer.
Right.
Right.
So she
I
probably
think she
figured-
put out an album.
Probably figures she'll fuck you a little bit. Maybe you'll write her a song.
I don't even think so. I think she just saw me then. And this is going back 8 years now
Right.
or more. And, we had the same publicist.
Right.
So I started to talk to her. And I couldn't believe it. She kept talking to me and talking to me. She was actually interested.
Right.
And she later on that night, after the Blockbuster Awards, she gave me her number.
Wow.
I was floored. I was
Right.
like, well, because
she's rich and she's hot.
But besides that, I actually was a big fan of hers.
Right.
I worked at Blockbuster 2 years before.
I have two things I like about her.
Yeah, I mean, I worked at Blockbuster 2 years before that, like putting the movies on the shelf.
Right.
And every time I saw a picture, I say, "Oh, she's
Super
really
hot. Yeah.
And now I'm at the Blockbuster Awards.
And she's putting the moves on you.
The girl on the video cover just gave you her number.
So did you call her right away, or did you play the game and wait a while?
No, I mean, I was so anxious about calling her, I couldn't. And then I actually got a notebook and I wrote down all these subjects. Like,
so you
okay,
needed crib notes.
Oh no, I had the paper was there. I was
Shit
like,
to talk about with Jennifer Love
so
Hewitt.
when there's a quiet point, I'll talk about this
Right.
and this. Like, I couldn't imagine there being any quiet points in the conversation.
Right.
I would be awkward silence. So I actually called her up and
Right.
she answered the phone.
Wow.
And we talked for like 2 hours.
Did you use your notes?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, there was no way.
You went through all 2 pages, 2 hours. That's a lot of notes.
No, really. I mean,
Yeah.
and the whole time I'm thinking, this is Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Right.
I was a big fan of hers.
Right. So what happened? Did she go out on a date with you or something?
About a month and a half later,
No.
she says, "Why don't you come out to L.A.?" Now, mind you, I had no money. I was negative money.
Right.
I didn't have a cell. I didn't have
You'd
a cell
have
phone.
to go to Lou.
Yeah, it's like how do you
Exactly,
You
I
have
did.
to play with Lou's dick.
Dude, it's awful, right? So,
Yeah.
so Lou goes, I go, I got to get out to L.A., Lou. Love wants to see me. Lou was like, oh, this could be good. He goes,
Right.
come out to L.A. with me. I was like, when are you going? He goes, this week.
Right.
He goes, come with me, because I'm shooting my movie out there, which is another story. But so I go out to L.A. and he goes, you can stay in my hotel with me.
Oh God!
Oh, no.
I have a
And
big,
your roommates.
I have a big suite. So anyways, I went.
Right.
And I was like, okay, I got to go. So I'm getting my clothes out real fast in the room. It was a
Right.
big suite.
Uh-huh.
And I
Did
was
you
like,
see you naked or something?
No.
No.
And I said, all right, man, I'm out of here. And the publicist picked me up, and we went to Love's house. And it was really weird. Like
A nightmare.
it was really, I was awful.
Yeah.
It was really weird.
What is Jennifer Love Hewitt wearing when you show up at her house?
She was wearing like a ballerina dress
Really?
with like a unicorn in sparkly, like
Oh, jeez.
bedazzled.
What's her problem?
She was dressing pretty wild.
Yeah, what
And,
is that about? That was for the date? She wore a ballerina outfit?
I
With
think,
a unicorn
I
on
feel
it?
like it was a ballerina outfit.
Yeah.
It looked like the dress went out and yeah, it was
Like a tutu and all that?
She probably didn't
yeah,
even
it was a tutu. It was a tutu.
Did she look hot?
She looked hot, but I just thought the outfit was completely out of
Inappropriate.
control.
Yeah, right.
Nah, so I like. Look,
At least it was a
Jennifer Love-
girl, better than me with
Yeah,
a low.
right.
Dude, she was Jennifer Love
She's
Hewitt.
a lot less scary than Lou.
Oh no, I was
Oh,
really.
wow.
It's true. So we wanted a date to Universal Studios, and she was totally like into me. I couldn't believe it, man. I mean, and we were.
How long before you get in her pants?
Well, she asked me to stay at her house that night.
Wow.
Thank goodness, because that meant
I
no
did-
Lou hotel room.
I know, it was amazing.
Did you bang her?
Not that night. I didn't even go to her house.
Why?
I was trying to play it cool.
Yeah, that's
She
crazy.
lives with her mother.
Right.
So I was like, I just was freaking out so bad I couldn't spend the night. I couldn't do it. I was like,
Plus, you didn't have your notebook with all your notes.
I couldn't talk to her anymore.
Right.
I didn't know what to say. So I was like, fuck, I got to regroup, think about this shit all night. So I said to my publicist, I was like, hey, can I stay at your house tonight?
Right.
He goes, yeah. What, you don't want to stay with Lou? I was like, no, I don't want to stay with fucking Lou.
It's Lou.
He's like, all right. So Love says, well, if you can't stay at my house tonight, I want to pick you up in the morning. I
Yeah.
was like, yeah, what time? She goes, I'll be there at 7 in the morning.
Oh,
Beautiful.
my goodness.
She's into it.
So I was like, holy shit. She goes, because I have an audition, and I have to get my hair done. So I'm like,
So you're just going to hang out with
so
her
I'll
while she
fucking, I'll
runs?
fucking go.
Yeah.
Right. What else you got to do?
Nah, so that's why I was out there for her.
But that's not a lot of time to study your notes to figure out what
Well,
they're
you
talking
write
about.
while she's having her hair done.
So
Right.
no, I had to sit with her.
Oh.
And I was like,
Man.
I was thinking about all this shit, dude. We didn't have any hit records.
Right.
I was nothing.
Right.
And she's like spending all this time with me and wanting to hang out with me. I was like, what the hell? I don't understand it, but I love it.
Right.
So so she gets there at 7 in the morning. She hands me a Mentos, like those colored fruity Mentos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She goes, these are for you. I was like, thank you. And she's like, well, let's go to get my hair done. I was like, all right. And we're in her little Mercedes, like the smallest Mercedes available on the market. And I'm in there like, oh, this is great. You know, 'cause I'm 6'3". And I'm like, this is great. This is awesome. Yeah. And I'm sitting there trying to think of shit to say.
All right.
And I was having a hard time. She did all the talking, though.
You shouldn't shut up.
My head was spinning, but I was thinking about her, and she was like, hey, will you? She goes, I'm going to get out of the car here. We're at the hair place. She goes, I'm going to get out of the car here and go in. Will you park my car?
Wow.
I'm like, oh, Jesus, I don't know. I'm going to crash this thing. I don't know my way around here. The thing's fucking miniature car.
Right.
And I'm like, yeah.
Where the fuck are you going to park it?
I'm going to park it? I'm an awful driver. I'm a fucking awful driver.
I don't know where you are.
I didn't know where I was. I had no idea where I was. And the blocks are fucking huge. I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. She got in there. I was like, holy fucking shit. So I'm driving around like the block. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? I finally parked the thing. Sweating bullets.
Right.
I walk in the room. I'm like, yeah, your car's out there. It's fine. She was like, cool. So then I sit down in the seat, and everyone, this is Rich. I'm like, hi. She's like, all the hairdressers, hi. She's like, so Rich is from Boston, and he's a boy band and all this stuff. I'm like, yeah. We were there for like 3 hours. And she was looking at like magazines and going, oh, Tom Cruise looks amazing and all this stuff. I mean, it was bullshit.
Yeah. Hey, what did you expect her to talk about?
I don't care what she talked about. I was just like, fucking Jennifer Love Hewitt. So
that's weird when you realize with most broads like that, you're making notes on what to talk about, and you realize they're just morons.
They're just gonna keep talking.
Yeah, she's not gonna shut the fuck up.
I'm just gonna say yeah. So then after that, we went to a coffee shop, and then she went to an audition, and it was just.
That must have been some audition. Probably sucked.
No, it was for what was it? Archie. The Archie movie that never came out.
Archie and Veronica?
She's going to play Veronica.
She was supposed to play Veronica.
She didn't even get it.
No.
Yeah.
So I wrote a song called West Side Story. I said Veronica. It was about a girl named Veronica. And I was so lame.
Yeah.
I was so lame. I wrote all these songs about her, like encrypted, like to her.
Right.
I was fucking lame, dude.
Oh, stop.
What was it like banging her? Like when you were banging her, you're like, oh man, I can't believe I'm banging Jennifer Love Hewitt.
When that happened.
Yeah, you must have come in 2 seconds, huh?
Well, she made me wear 2 condoms.
2?
Yeah.
How do you get 2 on?
One for her, one for her mother.
No, wait a second. You're telling me, because you know what? I heard that's dangerous. Like, they're more likely to break when you wear 2.
I heard that too.
Yeah.
I heard
it's
that.
hard to do that.
I didn't hear it then.
Yeah, by the way, this is, in case you don't just tuned in, this is Rich Cronin. He's got a new album out. I'll tell you about that, $1 Billion Sound. Available at richcronin.net.
He ought to just put these stories on.
Yeah.
I wrote a book.
Really?
You got a book too, right?
Well, I don't have it. Yeah, I wrote a book.
Yeah. Can you get it anywhere? Or?
I'm going to try.
Yeah,
No,
you'll
you
get
haven't
it.
got a
You'll get
publisher
it.
yet?
Yeah.
I haven't tried.
You got some good fucking stories,
This is
dude.
amazing.
I have so many stories.
And you had leukemia too, right? You just got over that.
I had awful leukemia. I got this, it was called AML. And I just went to the doctor one day. I was losing weight, and my father was really nervous. I was home. I was living in Orlando at the time, and I went to visit them. And he said, the minute I walked in, he said, "You look like shit."
Right.
I was like, "Thanks." He says, "You got to go to the doctor." So about, in 2 days, I went to the doctor. The doctor says, "Wow, you don't look good. I think you have mono." I said, "Oh, mono, whatever." He goes, "Let's take a blood test." And they took the blood test, and I had leukemia, AML.
Cancer.
Awful. It's supposed to kill you in 8 weeks.
How'd you beat it?
I don't know.
How long ago was this?
2005. I got diagnosed.
Are you all right now, or you?
I am. I don't have it. So what happened?
It left you.
I got the leukemia, and it was like, this is the worst one you can get. It's very rare that a young guy gets it. So usually older men will get it.
Why do you think you got it?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I have good luck. I don't know. It's awful. But I got it, and I went through all this chemotherapy. And
man,
and a year later it came back.
Oh.
Wow.
So the doctor said, "Look, the only choice you have is a bone marrow transplant." And my brother and sister didn't match me, nor my family matched. So they said, "Well, we're going to try to look for one for you, but meanwhile we have to get you back into remission if we can." So I got a bone marrow transplant. Eventually, I got back in remission, and I went through all this radiation. And
damn. That must be painful shit.
Yeah, man. And then in June, I had a stroke.
Good Lord.
From the treatment they were giving me for the leukemia, they were giving me this stuff called IVHG at the hospital. And they put the thing in my arm. And I was there. It takes 5 hours. And I'm sitting there. I went to sleep, and the doctor woke me up. He says, "Rich, sit up." Because I was in the bed. And I said, "All right." And I couldn't sit up. And everything, I felt really weird. Everything seemed like it wasn't real. He goes, "Come on, sit up." He realized I wasn't kidding.
Yeah.
My face started to droop, and he goes, "Oh my God, he's having a stroke."
Jeez.
So
it's a good thing they woke you up.
They caused it.
Yeah.
I think. I mean, it happened right there, and they told me, like, "Look, this is from IVHG."
Yeah.
What is IVHG?
I have no idea. It's something to help your immune system out.
Man.
So
you think you beat it or what? What's going on now?
I hope I beat it, man.
You got the bone marrow.
I got someone else's bone marrow. If I had a kid, which I couldn't because I had so much radiation, and if I did, it wouldn't even be mine. It would be like this other guy's thing.
Right.
Yeah.
There's more of this other guy in you than you.
Oh, 100%. I'm not even there anymore.
So when you were fucking Jennifer Love Hewitt, get back to that because I broke it up a little bit.
So Jennifer Love Hewitt, when I first had sex with her,
she goes, "Wear 2 condoms."
Yeah,
Did you think that was weird? How'd she look naked?
She looks great, man.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe what was happening, you know.
Right.
But I don't have anything bad to say about her, you know. She's a great.
Good in bed?
I thought so.
Fully shaved vagina?
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah.
No, that turns me on.
But I have nothing bad to say about her. I mean,
Right.
Obviously I had sex with her. I was with her for 2 years.
Yeah, but she was cheating on you like crazy, though, right?
Yeah.
That's a
What?
bummer. Yeah.
Jennifer Love Hewitt?
Jennifer Love Hewitt gave him like a ring, like a promise ring. She's like a dude. He's more like the chick, and she's like the dude.
She's giving the rings and then going around.
And he finds out she gives a ring to all the fucking guys, and she's fucking a bunch of guys, right?
Yeah.
How many guys was she doing behind your back? Did you find out?
Yeah. Well, no, I don't know. She gave me a ring, and we went to Cartier in Beverly Hills, and she's like, "Oh, I'm going to give you something very special. I've never done this before, and I have to give it to you." And I was like, "All right." And she goes into the place, she comes out, and she gives me this ring. It's like the infinity ring. And I'm like, wow, she's fucking in love with me.
Right.
We're gonna get married.
This is the ticket.
This is unbelievable.
Right.
I'm gonna fucking marry her.
You're gonna be Mr. Jennifer Love Hewitt.
She goes, listen.
Yeah.
I want to marry you. We're gonna be together forever. If you wear this ring, it's forever. I'm like, oh, yeah.
Let's go.
I fucking found out.
It's my ticket out of Lou.
Dude, this is
How long did it take you to find out?
You found
2
out
years.
what?
I found out. So I did this reality show called Man Band, Mission Man Band. It's the worst name ever. And the worst show ever.
Right.
And it was me, Jeff Timmons from 98 Degrees, Chris Kirkpatrick from NSYNC, and this guy from Color Me Bad named Brian Abrams. Whatever. And
Color Me Bad.
I'm talking to Jeff Timmons goes, "Hey, you and me have something in common, man." I'm like, "What?" Jennifer Love Hewitt. I'm like, "What?" No, I'm really like, "What?"
Yeah, you're like in love with her.
I mean, we've been broken up for 5 years. I was like, "What?" He says, "Yeah, man, Jennifer Love, you and me." I was like, "Oh, what the fuck?" Because I always asked her about that. Did you ever get with it? 98 Degrees. I was nuts.
Yeah.
Did you ever get with this guy? No. She goes, "Yeah. In fact, one time, she wanted to marry me." I said, "What?" He goes, "Oh, yeah. She took me to Cartier in Beverly Hills."
Oh, my God.
And she gave me
She's like Errol Flynn.
She gave me this thing called the Infinity Ring. I was like, she gave me the fucking Infinity Ring.
Yeah.
And she gave me the whole speech. She gave me this big speech how she wants to be together forever. I was like, what the fuck?
What is she like a sociopath?
Oh, man.
That's
so
wild.
when that happened,
Yeah, that sucked. When that happened, my head must have been spinning.
I was lost, man.
Yeah.
This was like 2 years ago.
Bro, that's tough stuff.
It was rough, man.
Yeah, man.
But
this boy band stuff's tough. So now you're doing a solo thing, huh?
Yeah, I have a solo record.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty excited about it. I think it actually came out pretty good.
Yeah. So I guess Jennifer Love dumped you. I mean, you don't see her
yeah,
anymore.
she dumped me. What happened was at the very end of that relationship, she was in New York doing a movie, and Us Weekly, that magazine, I get a phone call from someone at my record company. They go, "Rich."
Yo, we got something in common.
No. He goes, "Rich, get Us Weekly. Just came out."
Yeah.
I was like, "Why? What's up?" He goes, just get it." I was like, "No, seriously." He goes, "Just get it. Bye." Hangs up. So I live in the Prudential building in Boston. So right downstairs in my building there was a supermarket. So I was like, all right. So I go down. I'm like, maybe there's something cool like Rich Cronin this. I don't know. Must be about me. No. It was a fucking thing about Jennifer Love Hewitt in New York City. All these paparazzi photos, like her with 7 guys.
7 guys?
Something like that,
oh
dude.
My God.
She was this one guy, this guy. Dude, check it out. She was with this dude, some guy on Broadway.
Yeah.
By the way, I went to that play with her.
Wow.
To see the Full Monty. Patrick Wilson.
She was with Patrick Wilson. Meanwhile, you took her to the play.
She took
me
you
to the play.
She
took me to the play.
watch her boyfriend on stage.
She didn't know. She just saw him when I was sitting next to her.
She dug the way he looked.
She was like, "Oh,
yeah,
I'm into him." So then,
she said this.
She didn't say it, but now I'm thinking back, and I'm like,
"Wow,
what the fuck?" She goes, So then she called me up 3 days later when I got home to Boston. She goes, hey, my grandmother's coming in tonight. I was like, oh, cool, yeah, have fun. She goes, hey, you know what we're going to do? We're going to go back to the 𝗵𝗲. Like, that was fun. I was like, it wasn't that good.
Yeah.
Next thing I know, she's in the magazine with the fucking guy.
Wasn't 𝗵𝗲 where the dudes are nude,
They
too?
get naked on
Yeah,
stage.
they're not even good-looking dudes either.
Right. They just got big cocks.
I guess so.
Yeah.
I hated the play, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Oh, my God. So when you saw that in the magazine, did you call her up and say, what the fuck?
I tried to.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't just that. She was with this other guy, and this guy, and that guy, and rumors about her and Alec Baldwin.
Right.
She was doing the movie with Alec Baldwin.
Yeah.
I was on the bed having a panic attack.
Right. You were heartbroken.
Oh. So I called her up. I was like, do you have something to say to me? I was the girl in this relationship.
Right.
And she goes like this. She goes, listen, don't you fucking call me up like this when I'm at work. I'm fucking working. Don't you fucking call me like this. If you believe that bullshit, shame on you. I'm like, I just saw 7 pictures of you holding 7 guys' hands.
Yeah. And what do you mean if you believe
Dated last week on every one. Like the 21, 21st, 22nd, 23rd. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? She goes, I'm not going to even discuss this. If you believe that bullshit, you're out of your mind. She hung up.
And that was the last you spoke to her?
No, I called her one time after that. She didn't call me for 3 days.
Right.
I was like, I'm done.
Right.
I called her. No, she called me up. And she had the whole thing rehearsed.
Yeah, probably written it down in a notebook.
Oh,
yeah, she did.
Yeah.
And she was just like, I couldn't say a thing. It was all rehearsed. You're never gonna yell at me again. You're never gonna treat me bad. I'm not gonna be treated like this.
Yeah, putting it all on you. Meanwhile, she's
it was
cheating.
all on me. And she goes, I'm out of this relationship.
Yeah.
Goodbye. I have to go do the Tonight Show. And hung up the phone.
Yeah.
And that was it.
You never said a word.
And she made it all your fault.
Yeah.
That was nice.
But whatever. She's a great girl.
Yeah.
A lot of people found her so.
I don't know,
Hey,
man.
you were way into it. You would have married her, right? Sure.
In a second.
Do any sex videos with her?
No.
Oh, dude. Anything kinky going on between you and her? Like, you do anything weird?
Yeah, I don't think.
69? Anal? Yeah? Anal?
No.
69.
No, yeah.
Yeah, I would do that with her. I'd totally 69.
I just,
Does she eat ass at all?
No.
No, too bad. She ain't that crazy.
No, she wasn't. She was, again, she's just out there doing her thing.
That ain't the type of broad that would have stuck with you through the leukemia, I'll tell you that.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
But honestly,
do you have a dirty little name for her in bed?
Missy, I call it.
Missy?
I called her thing Missy.
A pussy.
Yeah.
Why don't you just call it a pussy? That's very.
I don't think she liked that.
Yeah, she likes Missy.
Yeah,
Son
whatever.
of a bitch. I'll use that if I ever get her.
She was
Tell her you don't want any infinity ring, though.
No rings, baby. Where's Missy?
She was really, but honestly, like.
That Missy must be tight.
She was out there doing her thing, and.
She sure was.
I don't know, man.
What's her deal now? Is she like working there?
Yeah, she has a TV show.
She's the ghost whisperer.
Yeah, she whispers to ghosts.
On CBS.
What?
It's a hit show, though.
It is. It's been on for a few years.
All right. So anyway, the new single now from Rich is from his album $1 Billion Sound, available at richcronin.net. Also, for more information on Rich's Leukemia Foundation, you go to richcroninhopefoundation.com, charity thing you're involved in, right?
Yeah.
And here's a little bit of your tune, your new one, right?
Yeah.
Anything about Jennifer Love in this, or no?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I think
Really?
so.
Well, you're still hung up on her.
Yeah, a little bit. No. This song is about what happens during the whole boy band thing.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
They say hindsight is 20/20, and that's plenty good advice. But in time, we all roll dice. When I was 15, I fell in love with that noise on the radio. It drove me crazy though. Of course, I knew that I didn't have a chance. I'd make it one day, no matter what the circumstance. Cause I just couldn't say no. Crumpled up paper on my bedroom floor. Song after song, lyric for lyric. My dream was out of reach, man, I couldn't get near it. Until one day I was standing right there. Could someone please tell me how the hell I got here?
So here's the story of your life.
Who's the broad?
A girl I'm working with.
You doing her?
No.
You got a girlfriend now?
No.
You sound like a black dude when you do your thing. Right?
Yeah, I
it's
guess
kind of
so.
cool. Right?
Yeah, I was going to say, who's the guy?
Nothing seems to bring me back to you, no matter what I do. Now now. I'm driving down Route 3.
You producing this too?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Gotta get my feel again. Nowadays life is way more tough. I did all I could do, but it wasn't enough. I went down to Orlando.
When you were working with that girl, did you tell her the secret to making it big?
And they took me off track.
No.
No, you should.
No, maybe I
Show up
should.
in your underwear.
She's good looking. Good looking too.
Hey, James, you're on the air. What do you want to ask? Go ahead real quick because we're running out of time. We got a bunch of stuff.
Awesome interview.
Oh, this guy's the best.
Fucking hilarious.
This guy's got a real life.
Pants.
Yeah.
Hey, how come you guys haven't asked, what were the titties like? Were they fake?
No.
Were they...
Those are real?
Yeah, they're real.
What?
I mean, Lou's.
Yeah. Oh, those are real too.
Those are real too.
They look huge too.
Jennifer Love Hewitt's tits are real, huh?
Yeah, those
Sounds
are
to
real.
me like you're still in love with her. Actually, you.
I'm not in love with her. I just, here's what it is.
Was
I
that the
thought-
love of your life, though?
Yeah.
I am.
Here's the thing. She's a great actress, right? She gets paid millions of dollars to be in movies.
Right.
She could fool me. She's crying.
Right.
I love you. You're the greatest guy.
Oh, wow.
I'm crying when she wants to cry.
It sounds like she's a better actress off screen.
Off screen.
Well,
I've
hey.
never been impressed
So
with
I-
her work.
so I was impressed.
On screen.
She still live with her mom?
No.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
How were those titties naked? Were they a little sloppy, or were they like really firm?
No, they look good, man.
They did.
They did. I'm not gonna lie.
Man, don't lie. I want the truth.
She looks good. She does. I mean, I don't know about now, but I'm going back 8 years here.
Can't believe she was cheating on you. You're a good guy. You didn't deserve that.
Is there some sort of Boston connection with Lou Pearlman? Because like Donnie Wahlberg and the Backstreet Boys was a Boston kid. Like, are a lot of those kids Boston kids or something?
Well, no.
How many Boston kids put out?
Yeah.
Donnie
I don't put
Wahlberg.
her-
I'm joking.
Was it the
thinking-
Backstreet Boys?
No, the
No,
new
you're
kids,
talking
new
with
kids.
New Kids on the Block.
Oh, he was. Oh, I'm
Right,
sorry.
right.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
New
Danny
Kids
Wood.
on the Block.
No, but Danny Wood from that group is a great friend of mine, actually. And when I was sick, he was always visit me at the hospital.
Oh, that's
and
nice.
He's a great guy. But
Yeah. A couple of guys can be good too. You know what I'm saying?
those guys are good.
Well, listen, you guys heard the story, richest single story of my life, and $1 Billion Sound is available at richcronin.net.
Yeah,
Encourage you-
publishers ought to get
sounded
in
good.
touch with
I mean,
him.
I'm a good writer. I wrote for the Jonas Brothers, everyone.
You making some money now with?
Well, I've been out of the business now for 3.5 years with
Wow.
this leukemia. So
Yeah.
I got to get back in it now.
Yeah, you got the talent, man. You can do it.
You wrote for the Jonas.
Yeah.
You got your publishing back, or does
I have-
everything still go to Lou if you write a song?
Lou's in jail.
Lou's in jail, man. He ain't taking anybody's publishing.
But I'm not getting any money out of him either.
For more information on Rich's Leukemia Foundation, go to richcroninhopefoundation.com also. And you write the music and the lyrics and the whole thing.
I do it all, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
you
good.
can write.
Talented guy.
You wrote a couple of hits, man. That's a
Yeah.
valuable thing, you know.
Yeah, it'd be nice to have the publishing, though.
And I would say if they could, they could also go to my MySpace as well.
Okay, and Mark, go ahead. You have the last question for Rich Cronin.
Hey now.
Hey.
Hey, this guy is the best fucking representative for Boston I've ever heard. Radio fucking gold.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Hey,
I like him.
I wanted to ask Rich. Is there any way to hang out? Maybe get some pussy shrapnel.
I don't have, honestly, I'm not getting any pussy.
Yeah,
I'm
and
really,
no Missy either.
I have nothing.
Yeah.
But if you have any pussy, I'd like to hang out with you.
Anybody got any pussy? Get in touch with Rich for the Rich Cronin Hope Foundation.
Yeah, because
Rich Cronin, good guy, man.
Thank you.
Glad I got to meet you. Kid Chris always tells me about you. Said you're a great guest. And he was right.
Kid Chris is a great guy.
Yeah, he's a good friend of mine
Really
too.
supports
nice,
me.
Yeah, nice guy.
Great.
And you're a good guy, and
Thank you.
we support you now too.
Awesome.
Rich Cronin's album, $1 Billion Sound, available at richcronin.net. We'll be back right after these words.
Thank you.
Rich.
Hey.
How'd it go, man?
I think I'm going to be in a lot of trouble now.
Why's that?
I don't know. They kept questioning me, and whenever in radio interviews, I feel really comfortable. I don't realize that there's millions and millions of people listening to me, so I went into the Jennifer Love Hewitt thing a little too much.
You think so?
Yeah.
Think she'll be pissed?
Yeah, I do.
It's all the truth, though, right?
Yeah, I could have went on. There's so much to tell.
Yeah,
I don't know if I should have
you have a
told
book
it.
inside you.
I don't know if I should have told it. I'm really regretting that now.
Really?
Which part?
The Jennifer Love Hewitt stuff.
Oh, come on, dude. It's fine. Listen. You sound like you really liked her a lot, but she really sort of screwed you over, and
Yeah.
don't feel bad about it.
All right, man.
I'm sure that next week I'll have another guy and he'll have a similar story, and you won't.
I'm sure there's lots.
You
of
won't be
guys.
on the hook for it. But you were great.
Thank you very much.
So you had a good time in there?
I had the best. I mean, it was surreal because I didn't get to tell him, but I watched the show since whenever it came on the air, 2006.
Yeah.
I watched it from that day it came on TV. I ordered it,
Awesome.
and I was sick. I couldn't do anything, so I've watched this shit. You guys, I know all you. Lisa G, Ronnie, I know all you, and
and now I'm in the room. It was just really surreal.
Cool, man.
It was nuts.
All right, dude. Thanks for stopping by today.
Thank
Good
you
luck.
I got to talk to her.
She's pregnant.
I know. I got to talk to her. I don't know what the hell she's doing.
I asked you if you were going to talk to her, so I'm glad you're bringing her in to
I'll do it here.
set her straight. Because if anybody needs setting straight, it's Angie.
I need to talk to her about a lot of stuff. So we're gonna find out what's going on. I do care about her, and I want.
I love her. I think she's a wonderful person.
Yeah, but I don't know. Things sound.
Has she gotten a TV deal, or can we get an abortion?
I don't know. All right, we're going to talk to
an
Angie.
abortion is another show.
That would be a good show. All right, I'm going to talk to Angie Everhart in a few minutes. I've got a ton of stuff to get to, as you know. I barely scratched the cervix. And we'll be back right after these words.
Old friend of the show, man. Old friend.
Old flame.
An old flame, an old friend. Angie Everhart, bring her in.
Angie, good morning.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm awesome. Bright and early.
A little too early for you?
I'm not really a morning person.
No.
But, I'm glad some people are.
Be excited to be back? It's been a while.
I haven't seen Howard in a while.
So what are you going to be talking about today, right in here?
I climbed Kilimanjaro. So we're going to talk about that. It's going to be on tomorrow.
Cool. All right, we'll see you in there.
Angie Everhart is here. I didn't realize Angie was coming in today. That's great. She's pregnant.
Yeah, we were doing this story not too long ago. It, I guess, showed up in page 6 that she's shopping a reality show based on her single momhood.
Well, she looks good. She can't be that pregnant because she's not got
She's
that.
showing a little bit.
Let me take a look at you. Don't be so quick. Gary's blocking my view. Gary's pregnant.
I'm pregnant.
But that was Gary.
Is that all right?
That's your. Yeah, I guess you do have a little bit of a belly.
I do.
A little
Gee,
bit.
That's kind of weird.
I can't hear you guys.
All right.
Gary, come on in.
They
Help
need
her.
to adjust
Set up
your
Angie.
There's no volume here.
You're out of breath.
She can't
I was
breathe
excited
already
to see
from
you,
this
Howard.
pregnancy.
When you see me, it takes a woman's breath away.
I was excited.
Yeah, I'm excited to see you. Angie, I'm worried about you.
Why?
These things I'm hearing. Now, first of all, I'm going to talk frankly with you because we have that kind of relationship.
I'll stay out of this because you two are personal
Robin,
friends.
you already are like, I'm going to set her straight. I'm like, you should have seen my eyebrows lift in the other room. I was like, don't mess with a pregnant woman.
Robin tries to set us all straight. It doesn't
I'm
work.
like, come on.
Listen to
Especially before breakfast.
You're one of the most beautiful women in the world. You know that.
you.
Do you know that?
Thank you.
Do you know that?
No, but...
You know it. This girl would walk down the street, people would start honking horns. People
I
would flip
don't
out.
doubt it.
All right.
She's hot.
She's hot.
Oh, God, yeah.
There's no question. Even pregnant, she's hot.
Even slobs like me know that.
Right. Even a slob like yourself knows that.
Knows that.
Okay, right. So you're one of the hottest women in the world,
Thank you.
right? You can get any man you want.
Okay.
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you had, who was it, Joe Pesci?
Well, yeah, we're going to get to that. I really need to talk to you. What's going on? What the plan? I want to know what the game plan is here. I'm going to talk to you the way a father should talk to a daughter.
Do you have
you guys,
a dad?
I'm here to promote something else, not about my baby.
Oh, we'll get to everything. Don't worry. Kilimanjaro. I got questions about that too.
But answer me, do you have a dad?
Do I have? Yeah, I have a great dad.
Yeah?
My parents are really lovely people. They're happily married. Actually, I come from a family that really I have a good role model with parents. That's the reason why I'm not married, I think.
What?
Okay.
Explain that.
Well, because I was married one time and I don't want to get divorced again, so I want to wait until I fall madly in love to get married again. And this happened. I got pregnant. It's unexpected.
So it wasn't a planned thing. Okay.
It wasn't planned, but it's unexpected, but not unwanted. So I'm 39 years old. There's not many eggs left.
But wait a second. Now, listen. I know you're not talking about who the father is, but I know who the father is. I've read enough. Now, they're saying the father is the guy you had he was roughhousing you. What's the word?
He was violent? He was
violent with you. Is that true?
He was a batterer?
No.
It is not true. That's not the father.
Howard, move on.
Really?
Move on.
I'm worried about you.
Don't be worried about me. I'm fine.
Was this a booty call?
Oh, it's Jamie Foxx the father?
Do I have to leave? Please?
No. You know, we're
Please.
just
You know?
Okay,
You'd be on a short list of Amy Fisher, Rachel Hunter, and you.
Am I being
Well, I will
inappropriate?
leave.
No.
Don't
okay.
leave. What? See, by you, why didn't you call to discuss this with me? You need me to talk to you.
Yeah, I don't need anybody to talk to me. I'm fine, Howard. I'm having a baby. It's a very natural thing.
When is the baby coming?
End of July.
The end of July.
Mm-hmm.
And where are you going to raise this baby? In L.A.?
Mm-hmm. In California.
In your
where
house?
I live. Yes.
What? You think she's not going to have the baby in the house?
What do you think? I'm
Maybe she'll give it
incapable of
away.
raising a child?
No, I think you're very capable of
I mean-
raising a child. But is this the right time? I would like to see you.
Listen, Howard, it's, all these people who have been saying, don't have a baby or whatever, I'm 39 years old. I don't know if I'll have a chance to even be pregnant again.
Why have a baby, though? What do you need a baby
Well,
for?
that's what happens
I've always
when you
wanted
get
to have
pregnant.
a child.
You have?
Yeah. I've always wanted to have a child. I want to have a family. It's not ideal. Granted, I know that, but
right.
I would love to be married and then have a child, but it didn't happen that way. So this is the way that my cards have been dealt to me. So I'm dealing with it on a daily basis. Is it scary? Yes.
Yeah.
Is it the kind of thing that I dreamt about as a little girl growing up? No, but this is how my life is right now.
Did you know that you wanted the baby right away as soon as you found out?
I did not even hesitate. I mean, it was like, looking at the stick going, shit. But
You went to the
but I
drugstore and
didn't-
bought a pregnancy test?
Yeah.
And what do? You have to pee into a cup?
You pee on a stick.
You peed on a stick? Did anybody watch you pee on a stick?
Howard.
I would have watched that.
No. But,
Is it scary for you to see your body change? You have one of the most perfect bodies, if I may say so.
Thank you.
Is
Yeah.
it frightening to see your body changing?
I'm double D's right now, and it's not comfortable.
Double D's.
Double D's.
Wow.
They have a life of their own over here.
Well, that's what I always try to tell them. They never listen.
Did you buy new bras?
They do
Are
what
you
they
double
want to
D?
do. Yes.
Did you buy new bras?
Of course, you have to. My boobs aren't that big.
Can you be braless?
No,
you
not
have to
right
wear.
now.
You have to wear a bra. Are your nipples and everything very sensitive now?
The whole deal is sensitive.
Everything's on fire.
Have you had pregnancy sex?
Fire. No, I actually haven't had sex since I've been pregnant.
Oh.
Really?
No.
They say it's better. They do. They say
Well-
your area is more sensitive down there.
Well, I wouldn't know.
It's better for the girl.
Better for the girl, yes.
Who cares about that, right?
Who cares about the guy?
What society are you from, Robin?
So wait a second.
I love that you said that, Howard. I love that you said that. Who cares about the guy?
Right. What? Wow. So your body is changing, but you will have a plan. I know you always have a plan how to get back in shape after the baby.
Oh, for sure. I can't stand, even though I'm pregnant and everybody's, saying, oh, you're so beautiful pregnant. I just feel fat.
Right.
I feel fat, and I will not stay big long, I promise.
How many months are you pregnant now?
4.
4 months.
Yeah.
Now this is going to make it hard to date once you have the baby. You realize
That's
that?
all right. You know what? I've been single most of my life. I'm not like pressed to get married.
Let me say
But
this. Do you know
I don't
that
think I'm going to have a problem finding somebody who wants to date me, no matter what.
I don't think so
I was
either.
gonna say, do you know that Michelle Pfeiffer, she adopted a child and then she married David Kelly?
There's
you know?
so many people.
That's right.
There's so many
Well,
women
hot chicks
who...
like this can get
That's what I'm
guys.
saying. She's a hot chick. It's not going to be a roadblock.
Do you know that
It is a bit of a roadblock.
It's more than 50% of all people are divorced.
Yeah.
All marriages end in divorce. So, you have all those people who got married once. Now they have to go out and get married again.
All right, so you didn't plan on this, but
No.
you're accepting the cards that you were dealt.
Yes.
I understand.
Would all the religious freaks prefer that I had an abortion?
Yes, I would. I would have preferred you.
He's that kind of religious.
You don't know my
sorry,
religion.
Howard.
You ever hear of Satan? I would have preferred
Isn't
it.
going to happen.
I don't like the idea of you with a baby running around.
Well, I'm
No.
thinking about the two of you. You two could have.
Why?
Because
Because you just don't like the idea of me being with another man.
I don't like that idea.
know.
No, I don't.
I finally met Mike Piazza, by the way.
And what happened? You didn't
He
hook
was
up?
married.
He
No,
was
he was married. We played golf together at a golf tournament.
So
I told him that I tried to get you to introduce me to him.
Yeah,
he was
Angie
like, "That's why
called
he's
me
so mean."
and said, "Look, if you're not going out with me, why don't you introduce me to Mike Piazza?"
And
I go,
you wouldn't?
No,
I don't know him.
Of course
what do you
you
mean?
do.
No,
How do I know?
He said no.
on you.
He said, "I don't want anybody else to have you."
How would I know? How would I know Mike Piazza?
It's stuff
the show all the time.
He's been on the show a couple
Oh, he
times.
has?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
You don't want to set an ex up with another guy.
No, who needs you fucking a lot of guys? I'm not interested in that. You know, once you listen, I'm not interested in that. I'm not interested in you having sex or any kind of happiness.
Wow. I'm not having sex, so you should be happy.
Well, you had sex to get yourself in this condition.
I did.
I can't believe it. Without a rubber.
I did.
So you, on some level, psychologically wanted a baby.
Oh, I mean, it was a guy I've been dating off and on for several years. It's not like a complete stranger.
Is he going to help support the baby?
Yes.
Oh, thank God.
Yes.
He's on board with this whole thing.
Very excited, very nice, very, it's nothing like what you heard.
So why don't you marry this guy?
I don't
wait
want
a minute.
to.
Are
don't
you
want to marry
telling
him?
her to get married just because she's pregnant?
Thank you,
right.
Robin.
I am.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Wow. No, I don't want to get married.
Does he want to marry you?
I don't know.
Want me to call him and ask him?
That would be some phone call.
You mean this guy got you pregnant, and you didn't discuss marriage at all? You
We
said,
did.
"Look,"
We
you
did. We did.
But you don't want it.
I don't want to get married. I just don't think it would end right
Yeah,
between
smart.
him and I. So I know that, and I really don't think it would end right between us. So I know already.
Right. Well, you did.
And we're friends. We're better friends than lovers.
So So now you're just friends with him.
Yes.
Isn't that weird though? Like here you had
Yes.
sex together, and then all of a sudden now you're friends because you're pregnant.
It's the most bizarre thing in the world, and I can't explain it. And I don't know if it's hormones or what it is, but I just
So he sat you down and said, "Listen, I'll help pay for the baby and all that stuff."
he'll be present. Yes.
He will be.
Yes.
And he'll participate. He'll be the dad.
And he's excited. He had a kid once, so he's.
Are you doing that whole, what is that stuff you go to the classes and you learn to breathe? Is he going to be is he going to be your coach?
Is he going to be in the room with you when you give birth? Or should I come and do that with you? I'd probably be good at that.
Howard's a good coach.
I'm a good coach. The hospital tell me I'm one of the best coaches. You want me to coach you? Is that what you're asking?
No.
Don't you think this guy's still going to try and get into bed with you, though, even after the baby's born?
Kilimanjaro?
Well, we're going to get to Kilimanjaro. Kilimanjaro. This is better than Kilimanjaro. Don't you think, though, that the guy's still going to want to sleep with you? I mean, you are one, if I may say so. You're exciting in bed. There's no dullness there, that's for sure.
So are you, Howard.
Oh, thank you. So, I mean, he's going to want his hooks in you for sure. Who wouldn't?
Can't blame a guy for trying.
Right. Well, this is a complicated. Would you give any thought to names yet?
No.
Do you know if
I have, but
if it's a boy, would you name
so
it Howard?
Hard. No.
You will not.
No.
She doesn't want to remember you.
No, it's not true.
Why
I
won't
love
you
Howard.
honor me? Why won't you honor me by naming the baby
I
Howard?
just think that would be a little bizarre.
Why? You will not give it consideration.
No.
Wow.
Admit you hate the name. I mean,
I'm hurt.
Howard hates
No.
the name.
I'm hurt.
He's hurt, but he's smiling.
Robin, I'm hurt.
I'm sure. Do you know if it's a girl or a boy?
It's a boy.
Oh, it is.
It's a boy.
Howard.
That's what it's funny because all my friends keep saying, yes, you should name it after me, you should name it after me, and I'm just finding that a little bizarre that all these people are like, yeah, you should name it after me. I'm like, yeah, sure.
You have great memories of me.
I have fantastic memories.
We had
of
a
you.
great relationship.
We did.
Howard. Something pleasant in your life. Wouldn't that be great? Howard
Yeah,
Everhart.
Howard, you carry that name well, but I don't know how many other people would.
Will you use the name Everhart?
I haven't decided what I'm going to do, but probably.
Howard
Really?
Stern Everhart.
Howard Stern. How about Stern as a middle name?
Everhart.
Or Howard.
I don't know what I'm going to do.
Why don't you use the name Stern?
I have a long time to think about that.
It would be great. Like, let's say you name him Seymour, so it'll be Seymour Stern. Why even use Everhart?
Well,
wow, this is big
people might be
changes.
confused that you be the father.
What are you doing bikini panty wise? Like, are you able now? Are you wearing giant panties, or are you still wearing like
It's
a thong?
funny. I have designed a bathing suit line, and I was going to be the model for it. And this
There goes
weekend
that.
we were actually shooting the bathing suits last week and a couple days ago. And I had to hire models because obviously I can't be in the bathing suit ads.
What are you doing for underwear, though? Do you wear a thong still, or do
I
you
have the same underwear.
even when you're pregnant?
Yeah, I have the same underwear as I did. I'm
remember
not
your
that
underwear.
big there. It's just the boobs.
Just the boobs. Well, things are. So, how many more months we got until the baby Howard's born?
5.
5 months.
Baby Howie.
Wow. Do you bother grooming when you're pregnant? Do you bother shaving
yeah.
the vagina and everything? You do. So you still shave? I think if I was a woman and I was pregnant, I wouldn't shave. I go completely retro bush.
Did she shave or was she a waxer?
Angie's always very clean.
Yeah, but you know, how'd she get that way?
Do you shave or wax, Ange? What do you do when you are intimately groomed?
Everything's perfectly groomed. Don't worry.
So in other words, that doesn't go by the wayside just because you're pregnant.
Well, no, I do stuff like that for me. You know, I like to feel good.
Feel pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, this is I got to adjust to all
Your
of this.
mind is blown. I can tell over
I'm
there.
blown out.
That you're like,
You're
wow.
blowing me away. Now, is it true you were dating Pesci, Joe Pesci?
It is true.
I couldn't believe this.
How did that happen?
We
He's
were
much shorter
friends.
than you.
Well, of course, he's a lot shorter. He's shorter than everybody, but he's the greatest guy, though, Joe.
Joe?
He's fantastic. If you knew him, you'd understand. He's like 6 feet tall personality-wise.
Wow, so you were in love with him.
He's fantastic. I mean, it's, Joe and I, he's just a little older than what I would have wanted. But if he was a little bit younger, it would be perfect.
Is that what broke you up, the age issue?
I think so. In the end.
Because he didn't want to have kids.
Oh, I think he probably would have.
Yeah, because he proposed, right?
Would have.
You were going to get married to him.
No, that was all in the press.
That wasn't true? You were not engaged?
No, we were not engaged.
But you would have
was all
stayed with
not-
him. But one night you sat down and you said to yourself, I think he's a great guy,
He's
but
fantastic.
he's too old for me.
He's fantastic.
What was he, slow or?
No, absolutely not. He's hyper. No, he's.
What do you mean slow?
You know how old people sometimes slow down. They don't want to do anything. They don't want to go
fantastic.
out.
He's one of the greatest guys.
Does he have enough meat for you, though? You short guys sometimes aren't hung that well. He had enough? I mean, you're a woman. You have meat.
Howard, do you want to talk about that?
Yes, I do want to talk about that. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about yours.
Let's talk about mine. All right, so I didn't have that much, but I did the best I could. So, wow. Joe Pesci. When I saw, you know what I did right away when I saw?
It's like an awkward. It was awkward, with the height thing, but it was only awkward for pictures. It wasn't really.
You know
like
what I
in
did?
bed, his head was where your head is.
Oh, his head was on his boobs.
Which is perfect.
Absolutely.
His head was on a pillow.
Maybe he laid on his back. I don't know. Whatever he did. Listen, he did what he had to do. Listen, he's a lucky guy. Listen, to have you is to have a prize.
Thank you.
Pesci's a cool guy.
He's a cool guy. Thank you. Come on.
I'm a big Joe Pesci fan.
He's fantastic.
But you'd never carry him into bed or anything like weird like that, right? No, hell no.
He's
No.
Italian. Are you kidding?
I like Joe very much. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't see it.
It didn't look like a couple that would last to you.
I didn't think it was going to last.
Well, you know what? We play golf a lot together, and so it started off with just us. He makes me laugh. He's funny, and I have a thing for funny guys.
Right.
And it's not that I've never been. A lot of people say that I'm just out for dating celebrities. It's not like that. We were playing golf together a lot, and he's a really great guy, and it just happened like
And
that.
Angie,
it was not like a.
He was better sexually than me?
Howard,
Come on.
nobody's better sexually than
Thank you. Thank you. I mean, give me a break.
Until she finds someone else, and then she'll retract that statement.
Yeah.
Until she's on the Joe Pesci show.
I'll leave that one to you, Howard.
Now, Angie is here promoting a show, which we're going to get
All
into.
right. All right.
Because this sounds a little... I got to find out what the hell she's up to. But, Ed, go ahead. I'll let you have a couple of questions with Angie Everhart, who is a beautiful woman, who is announcing she's pregnant.
Angie, when are you going to stop bullshitting Howard and tell him you took one of his condoms out of the trash and had it artificially inseminated?
Are you saying the baby's mine?
I believe so, Howard.
Is that right, Angie? Is the baby mine?
Baby Howie.
All right, go ahead, Tom. Tom, you're on the air.
Hey now.
Hey now.
Hey, Angie, what color panties are you wearing right now?
Oh, my goodness. She's a mother.
She's assumed to be a mother.
Not yet.
How dare you?
Black.
Black? Oh.
Like the baby?
Matching.
Bra and panties match.
Always.
Oh, what do you mean always?
Always.
Why is that?
That's just something I have. I have to have them matching.
I think that's fantastic. I think
gotta
that's
go
great. I love it.
Yeah, I like both naked.
Now, you socked away enough dough to support this kid and everything?
It's good.
It's all good. We're all taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
She's got lingerie bowl money.
Oh,
please.
stop it. Child starving.
Yeah, right?
You seem emotional today. Are you about to cry or something?
She's, all those hormones
Are your hormones raging?
They are, of course. No, I'm not about to cry.
You're not?
No.
You look upset to me. You're all right? I worry about you.
No.
What did you do? You climbed up a mountain and you made a TV show out of it?
I did. I climbed Kilimanjaro.
What is that? A mountain
in
of some sort? Africa? You went to Africa? Why would you go there?
It's the highest freestanding mountain in the world. It's 19,340 feet.
But why would you do that?
I always wanted to do it. It was like on my, like bucket list or whatever. It was
you
one of the
wanted
things...
to climb a mountain?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'd have 300 skydives. I race cars. I play, you know what I mean?
Skydive?
Yeah.
See, we couldn't have lasted.
Oh, my goodness, Howard.
Angie and I could not have lasted.
Not at all.
No. You're too adventurous. That would make me cringe. I would not want to go climb a mountain.
I think I already had the skydives when you and I dated, though.
Yeah, we did. That's true.
So you don't do that anymore?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Why would you jump out of a plane and ruin yourself?
Fantastic. It was a great view.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
Did you hear about the guy a couple of weeks ago who the tandem guy who was the professional had a heart attack and died behind him while he was skydiving?
Did the other guy open the chute?
He managed to open the chute, but then he didn't know how to steer, and so he luckily he was a military guy and he had watched some TV shows and he managed to steer himself away from
Is that what
the
you would
houses
do?
and the trees.
When you would jump from
You know how hard that is on
Yeah.
a tandem? Because with a tandem, you have somebody, your instructor's on your back. That's
Is that what you would
crazy.
do? Would you do tandem?
I did 4 tandems, but the rest were.
Can you
know,
imagine
with me.
some instructor, Angie Everhart, shows up and she's strapped to your
Of
back?
course he wants to be strapped to
stomach.
her.
I was strapped to their stomach.
Did the guy ever pop a boner?
I don't know. At 13,000 feet, it might be a little difficult to have.
Of course he did.
Hard on.
Imagine I'm strapped to you, and of course I'd have a boner. I mean, there's no way I wouldn't. I honestly
You're
don't
pulling the wrong thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look at your life. Skydiving, Joe Pesci, Kilimanjaro. What else is on your to-do list? So you
have this kid.
All right, so you went Howard. So you went and
You don't want to have having a kid on your bucket list, though.
You went and climbed a mountain. And then what? The cameramen were with you?
No, because of all the things that were happening with global warming, what's going on in the world, I wanted to do a show on it to show the snows and how the glaciers have melted. And it's unbelievable. You see footage of Kilimanjaro from 20 years ago and footage of it now. There's just these little tiny glaciers up there.
So in other words, it's melted.
It's melted.
So you wanted to climb the mountain?
They say within the next 10 or 15 years, there will be no more snow on Kilimanjaro. So, I mean, the people who climb it now are going to be the last people on Earth to ever see that.
And what are there? A lot of Africans in Africa? Are there? Do you see actual Africans in this special?
Definitely.
These are black Africans, right?
Yeah, they're fantastic people from Tanzania. They're the friendliest, loveliest people.
And when they see you, the great white goddess, show up with the red hair.
They loved me.
Oh, I bet.
Oh, yeah.
They loved me.
Boy.
Is that
because
where
they
she
sang,
got pregnant?
Do you have a black baby?
It was almost 2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
So they have sperm
No,
that
it's
lasts.
not a black baby.
It is not a black baby.
No.
Okay. All right, we're getting there. Getting to the bottom of it. So you get to this mountain, and the black people behold you.
They carry her up
and
the
what
mountain.
do they do? Do the men? What do they say?
Well, I went there with my
brother.
brother. I went there with my brother and his wife and our camera crew.
Right.
So we climbed with 40. I think we had 42 porters to help us with all the gear.
Porters?
That's
porters.
not climbing.
40 blacks?
It is climbing. Are you kidding me?
You climb with 40
yeah,
black
I'll
people.
show you. I'll see you on that vacation, Robin.
You climb
it's
with
the 4 seasons. Let me tell you.
You climb with
It's 10
40
days.
blacks.
What they do is they leave before you in the morning. They'll set up your tent, and they'll leave before you in the morning and get up to the next spot and set up the tent and make sure that you have lunch and food.
And all the porters are black guys.
Yeah.
And it's 40 black guys catering to you.
Yes.
Boy,
well,
boy.
normally
movies
it's only
we
a
used to
couple
see.
people, but we had so many
crew.
cameras because we had originally we were going to shoot a 2-hour movie, but watching 2 hours of somebody climb a mountain is kind of boring.
Do they bathe you, these men?
No.
No.
Who's gonna?
Do they see you nude?
I
at
did
all?
take a no.
You
it's
don't
cold
bathe when you're
on a
out
mountain.
there?
But you have to change
It's
somewhere.
like 50, 60 below zero.
Where
up
do you
there.
change when you're climbing Kilimanjaro? You have to change your clothing.
But in the tent.
And none of the natives get to see you and your loveliness?
No, they don't.
They don't. You don't feel they drilled a hole through the tent?
I don't think that, no, I don't think they did. I don't think they had spy equipment either.
Were these guys hitting on you during the...
No.
Come on, let's be serious.
No, really, no.
When you say they loved you, how did they indicate that? They were fawning all over you, weren't they?
No.
They'd never seen anything like
They didn't eat her.
No, it wasn't like that at all. It wasn't like that at all.
Oh, come on, look at you.
It wasn't like that at all.
You have no awareness of your own powers.
Do you understand how hard it is? It's hard to even breathe up there.
Oh, it was hard.
So,
let me tell you something, honey. A girl looks like you comes around once in a blue moon in Africa. Don't tell me how hard it is.
It's amazing how girls still don't get that.
It was the hardest thing I've ever done.
For you. For those guys, they do it all the time. They were busy licking their chops over you. They had to be turned on.
But there's no sort of ice climbing or anything. You don't have to.
I did climb on the glaciers.
Wow.
I'm going to watch this. Where do I see this?
HDNet tomorrow.
What is HDNet?
High Definition Network.
What channel is that on my TV?
It's one of those channels on your cable system.
I know it's one of those channels I'm never going to find.
You will. I watch
Mark Cuban owns the station
all the time.
HDNet.
Mm-hmm.
Was Cuban there with you?
No.
He didn't put the moves on you?
No.
That would be a good score.
Kilimanjaro.
Mm-hmm.
So you climbed up there, and how long are you up there? What do you do once you get up there?
It took us 8 days to get to the top.
And then what? Yeah, what do you do when you get to the top?
Well, it's a volcano. Most people don't actually make it over to the volcano side. They just go straight for the sign, which is on the other side of the mountain. And so I decided. My brother couldn't even make it, and his wife didn't make it. The third day, we lost our camera guy to acute mountain sickness,
Did you
altitude
have to
sickness.
use oxygen and
No.
stuff? No? Wow.
But you can't.
Did you feel good?
You can't. I felt great.
That the cameraman can't make it, and
we
you
teased
could?
him so much.
You didn't
Even
puke?
her brother couldn't make it.
My brother made it to the summit, but he didn't make it over to the actual
People
volcano.
die doing this thing.
Oh, yeah.
All the time. People
Wow,
die.
Look at you.
It's one of the most misunderstood mountains because of that. Because they think that they can get up there and it's nothing, but really you can get hypothermia and die in a second up there.
That's why you've got that rockin' hard body.
Because I like doing all this stuff.
Yeah, because you do all this extreme stuff, you got to admit.
Well, I work out.
Your ass is as tight as a drum. I mean, let's be honest.
I work at it.
Do you think your ass will change a lot with this pregnancy?
I think it'll go back just fine.
Oh, let's hope. I pray to God for that. I really do.
I'll come back on and I'll have the girls do a fashion show for you, Howard, when I have my whole line together.
And you'll come in and you'll show us your ass to prove to us that a woman can do it.
I've never been one to show my ass out there except in pictures.
Right. Boy, if
you know me, I don't dress like that. I always dress conservative.
Yes, you do. You should show it off a little bit if you got it. Flaunt it.
Yeah.
Used to say to Angie, why do you dress so conservative? You got it. But listen, she's humble.
Now, did you think you should have been invited to Howard's wedding?
No.
No?
Well, we don't. We listen.
We're friends.
Why would I do
we're
that?
We're friendly, but we don't hang out, right?
No,
you can't do
that's
that. I'm a
awkward.
married man.
Oh,
that's
I'm a married
awkward.
man.
You're married now. You weren't married then. I was wondering if she was going to be at the wedding, and I
don't want Angie at the wedding. I want her other
there.
places,
Yeah,
but
sure.
not at the
You
wedding.
want to invite exes to the wedding.
Yeah,
That's
that
a
would be
good
good.
move. That would go over well.
First of all,
it's Hollywood.
You're so insensitive, Robin. You know it would have been torture for her to watch the love of her life get married. I mean, I don't want to.
She loves Beth?
She's in love with Beth.
I always do say that about you, Howard. I always say that you were the one that got away.
I am. Well, you moved away. It wasn't
I
my
did.
problem. That was you. You couldn't get out of town fast enough.
We heard the tires scream.
Yeah.
You want Howard to leave? Just tell him you're going to climb Kilimanjaro.
I was like, hey, what happened to Angie? I was having a great time, and now she's out of town. She goes, by the way, I have to leave. I'm going back to L.A. Like, what do you mean? You just moved to New York. No, I determined to be better for me.
Oh, my goodness.
So there it is. Mary Ann from Brooklyn. Hi, you're on the air with Angie Everhart. Watch Conquering Kilimanjaro with Angie Everhart. She's like Jane from Tarzan and Jane. She shows up in Africa, a redheaded goddess, and she wears a loincloth, and she parades around.
Howard, she seems like the perfect non-match for you. Thank God you got that, though. I mean, what's going on?
Well,
I mean, was it only sexual chemistry, Angie? Because Howard's into chess and being quiet. He doesn't like flying. He doesn't like heights. He doesn't like climbing. I mean, it's absurd.
Well, Angie could go do her own thing.
From tall to short? I mean, that's crazy.
Listen, everybody has their own interests. It doesn't mean you can't find mutual interest.
It seems like a very
we had a great relationship.
We
Howard
did.
And
We had a good time.
We had a lot of fun together.
This is Joe Pesci on the phone. Actually.
Trust me, if you can't have fun with Angie, there's something wrong with you.
But you would have had a problem with her always going off to climb Kilimanjaro.
I would have missed her. Yes, it would have been hard. I'm very possessive.
You would have went with her.
No, I wouldn't.
Sure.
No, in fact, Angie was my Kilimanjaro.
She's a beautiful girl, and I
Beautiful.
wish her
She's a
well,
great
but
girl.
it's
She
not
really
your
is.
type, Howard. You have your type.
Yes.
Beth is your type.
Beth is my type.
Beth is his type.
Beth is my type, clearly. Christian, go ahead. You're on the air in Boston.
Hey, Howard, 2 questions. The most important one first. Could you please describe Angie's breasts for us?
Well, Angie, as she says to you, is very conservative dressing-wise. In fact, she's wearing a brown vest.
Blazer.
Could you take
I'm wearing a sweater vest.
She's wearing a sweater vest. But I just saw a little bit, and it seems quite massive. And Angie has quite beautiful breasts, so I can imagine that they're very beautiful, extra large now.
So it wouldn't be odd to ask her to just take off the vest. I mean, it's just a vest, right?
It would be odd. It would be very uncomfortable at this point.
Okay, I'll ask her for you. Angie, would you take off your vest?
When would you start?
Yeah, sure, Joe Schmo.
When will you start producing milk, do you think?
I don't know. I think when the baby comes out, it's like 4 or 5 days after.
Will you breastfeed?
Yes.
You
4
will.
or 5 days after. What's the baby supposed to eat for that time?
That's what I was told. That's what I said. I'm like, how long does it take?
You better read a few books about this stuff.
No, that's what they told me. They're like, it sometimes takes 4 days.
Angie is correct. Actually, this little weird shit comes out of you.
Oh, it's pre-milk, right?
Yeah, it's like weird stuff comes out of your titties.
Oh.
Colostrum.
Colostrum. There you go. I knew there was a name for it.
So, other question, Howard. How does Beth feel when Angie comes on and you're interviewing her? I mean, some of your discussions obviously kind of candid about your
Beth has never voiced any complaint about Angie coming on. She's
married to
She's
you.
married to me.
And happily married. Why would she have a problem with it?
We just had a beautiful week together. We climbed nothing. We jumped out of nothing.
Climbed on each other.
Yeah, we sat there and stared at each other in the wall.
It's not like I do these things every single day of my life. It was a one-time thing that I really wanted to do, and it was awesome.
In the in the time that I had with Angie, she was busy running off to various places, though, many times. Yes. She had vacations. She was in, where were you, where'd you call me from?
Bali.
Bali she's in.
He's never going there.
Bali? Oh, man. You saw what happened there. Tsunami.
That's Bali bad.
I would never go.
You only want one Bali in the name.
Howard, Howard, you told me that when you were done doing all the radio, that you were going to travel.
Sure.
You were going to travel the world.
I was just saying that to get in your pants. Wise up. I just wanted you. Go ahead. Yeah.
You're not really a traveler? You really don't want to do that?
I don't want to go anywhere, Angie. I want to just stay home and...
He's a veal.
I'm a veal. My mother raised me like a veal. There's not a muscle in my body. Yeah, go ahead.
When you climbed Angie, Howard, did you make it to the volcano side?
Yes, I sure did. Well, listen.
Explored everything.
I'm quite the explorer. Angie, I did explore, didn't I? Let's be honest. All right, listen. Conquering Kilimanjaro. I will watch this. I'll tell you why. For a couple of reasons. Nor if it was some dude climbing a mountain, I wouldn't give 2 shits about it. But the fact of the matter that it's you climbing the mountain, and what are you wearing in the special? Do you know? Do you remember?
Yes, winter coats.
Oh,
it's freezing up there.
Well, are there any?
Well, we start off. You have all the different climates. And so you start off with t-shirts and stuff like that.
Oh, you do? Yeah. Short shorts?
Yeah, not
with the ass
shorts.
cheeks hanging out?
No, because you're climbing through. It's like walking through rainforest, and you don't want, because there's fire ants and all kinds of stuff. So I didn't do short shorts.
Fire ants.
I did tank tops and
tank top.
Tank tops and pants.
A lot of cleavage.
I have never really showed a lot of cleavage when I wear clothes.
Angie, we're trying to sell a show here. Just say your titties.
Tank tops. What do you know? Tank tops.
All right. So Angie will be in various outfits.
Yes.
This is why I'm going to watch it. To climb a mountain.
Mm-hmm.
And we get to see the natives freaking out over you, right? We get to see all these so-called porters.
They sang to me every single time we came into camp, and they started singing these native songs. It was awesome.
I wanna fuck you. I wanna fuck the big white chick again. This is a favorite chant. I want a big white chick to blow me.
Is that
How did you get the translation of that song so fast, Artie?
It's on the intranet right here.
Oh, wow.
It says Tanzania songs.
You mean the guy wrote a whole album about Angie?
I want the hand job. When we climb Kilimanjaro, I want to fuck you in your ass.
Oh, my God.
Oh, God.
That's gross.
Yeah.
Sorry to be gross, but I'm a native.
When you have the baby, will you come on here and nurse the baby so we can watch? Oh, that would be so great, Angie. Think about it. Put it out there and we'll make a special.
Now, has there been interest in this idea of a reality show?
I went into these people called World of Wonder asked me to come in to do an interview, and they wanted to do a reality show on me because they think that my life is worth whatever.
You mean a reality show of you pregnant?
So I went in to do this to talk to them about doing a reality show, but I was already pregnant, and they didn't know it. And I hadn't told anybody yet. And they asked me, they're like, well, would you, because you're of age, what do you think? They were just asking me questions. They're like, what do you think about having children? And I'm like, I will have a child. And so then they proposed all these things to me. They really wanted to do a reality show on me, and so I sat down with my lawyer and we talked about it, and I went back to them and said, well, I am pregnant, and they still wanted to do the show. So it's called Angie Baby. And we're going out next week to networks, and it'll be me and my life and my family, and because I have a really conservative family. I'm the only one in my family that's not conservative. I mean, because.
So what do you mean? You're gonna film yourself having the baby?
It's the stages leading up to having the baby. I won't have anybody in the obviously because of my back, because of all the extreme stuff. I have to have a cesarean. So. Oh. It's you can't film.
So it would be a reality show about you pregnant and single.
Yes.
Wow.
And all the things, and all the the chosen family that I have.
Well, I think that it's even more exciting once the baby comes. So do you think that you'll do that too? Like what it's like?
Well, that could be season 2, I guess.
I think it would have been more exciting to watch a reality show of Angie making the baby.
Making the baby, I know, but we missed that.
Howard, if Angie goes back,
a whole different story.
If Angie goes back to Tanzania, she better watch it, because me and Benji just translated some more of the lyrics.
Oh, come on.
Let's drug her and do her while she's sleeping.
That's another song?
I hope she doesn't know about my 3 rape convictions.
So Angie.
You really are a foul man.
He read it. He wrote it. Benji wrote that.
Benji's
Look at Benji. He's okay.
One thing to write it, it's another one to sing it.
Right? So you're saying that you're going to maybe...
I have to sing whatever Benji writes.
I could watch you every week in a reality show as you're about to have the baby.
Yes.
But that means the father would have to be a part of it too, right? Or no?
He doesn't want to be part of that.
You're not into that with him?
Well, we're not in a relationship, so no, he doesn't want to be part of that. But he'll be, that's not a part that he can have anything to do with. Right, so it's,
Well, what can I tell you? This is wild. I mean, there's a lot going on, a lot for me to digest. I hope I come through this okay. Anyway, listen, watch Conquering Kilimanjaro with Angie Everhart. And Angie does, I don't want to ruin the end, but she makes it to the top.
The cameraman dies.
The cameraman dies and everyone else, but
you
she
can't
makes
see it, but you can hear it.
That's right. Well, that sounds interesting. I'm going to watch it.
It's beautiful. It's really beautiful up there. It's worth seeing the glaciers.
Believe me, I'd watch you do anything, baby. I mean, what's next? Angie goes to the moon. I mean, what the hell? What's the difference, right?
I would love to do that.
Sure. Why not?
See, I knew it. Next thing you know, she'll be on a spaceship.
If people were smart, if these network executives were smart, they'd approach NASA. Hot girls in space. Why not?
When every broad hits 40, they should go to space.
You're not kidding.
Oh, you're a devil.
Put them all on the fucking moon.
You're the devil.
It's because he can't get them.
Yeah.
He wants to send them all.
He had sex this weekend. Don't even ask what was going on in his room.
I won't.
I'm gonna get the chick pregnant and not be in her life.
And it was free, by the way. He
Lucky
got it.
her.
He got it for free. There was absolutely no.
That was a long finger she gave.
Yeah.
Oh my God, big one. Angie, you are more beautiful than ever. You know that.
Thank you.
I don't have to tell you that. You obviously have a mirror, and you know. And I wish you luck with the baby.
Thank
I
you.
do.
Thank
I'm
you.
happy for you if you're happy.
I'm very happy about it.
I prefer to think of you without a child.
Howard says when you come
That's
to
so
New
weird.
York,
Why is that? Why is
It's
it?
my thing. I like you innocent.
he says when you come to New York with your kid, he will babysit for you.
Yeah, sure.
You don't want that. Trust me. Keep me as far away as you can from that kid.
Uncle Howard.
Uncle Howard. Please think about naming baby Howard. All right? Please think
Baby
about it.
Howard.
Consider it.
So, Angie, how is it being back on the show?
Oh, it wasn't too painful. The beginning went a little rough, but...
Yeah, what happened? You seemed a little upset.
Well, you know, it's always invasion of the personal life when you come on this show.
It must be hard talking to Howard about some of your personal life, right? Since you have a history?
No, I just don't think that it's a lot of people's business what I'm doing in my personal life. It's, you know, so when you get asked, it's hard to dodge. He's really hard to dodge questions from because of our past.
So there's no chance that you're going to name the baby after Howard?
No.
As he wants?
No, it's not going to be little Howie.
All right, so you had a good time, though, today?
Yeah, it was fun. It was nice to see him.
All right, thanks for stopping by.